Good morning, folks. Michael J here. How you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing well. It's Saturday morning, and we are live, World of Warships. Now, what we're going to start off with, we're going to start off with a video, which we've done many times in the past. But this one here is going to be called, who is this guy? He makes out like he's a Canadian. Who is this guy? Let's check it out. Oh, Raging Canadian. Guy's got 2.77K, so that's 2.77 thousand subscribers. Unfortunately, I have no idea who this guy is, but nonetheless, let's figure out what he's saying is broken. What is broken that we're not aware of? Okay, so what we're going to do now is go to the video. Now, if you've got any comments, please throw it in chat. Let's engage, get some different viewpoints, point of views, and take it from there. So let's switch to the live game screen, and let's see what the video is about. I haven't even checked it out. This is a first run, so this is new to me as well as you. So comments, just throw in chat, and Bob's your uncle.
Greetings and welcome back to another World of Warships episode. Today, a game in the Serov, and before anyone clicks off and immediately goes, carriers, disgusting, I hate them, goblins, Jontron reference, don't worry, it's not too disgusting of a game. The primary draw of this match, at least that I found entertaining, is, well, the fact that it's basically animal research. Everything in the universe that could possibly go wrong does go wrong. The amount of mistakes that are made are kind of insane. But not only that, Wargaming broke the replay. It's been a little difficult to make videos recently, despite having a couple good games, because everything is horrible. The replays aren't working. There are many bugs and glitches. Everything is going wrong. It's absolutely horrible. I don't really know what's happening with them. So this is going to be an absolute monstrosity of a game, and it's probably going to be fairly short. Maybe like 5-6 minutes, something like that, because I'm not going to suffer you through the whole thing. As you can see on screen, I have no idea what's happening with this. I get to see all of the enemies, I guess permanently. Hello, Furious. Hello, Piotr Veliki. Hey, Omaha. Hey, Nicholas. You guys are just casually off the map or in an island. Delightful. Everything is uncoupling. If I could turn the UI off, this would probably be very cinematic. In fact, you know what? Let's see if I can just quickly turn the UI off. Okay, so I couldn't figure out particularly how to do that, but at the very least, this initial thing, what the Serov is really, really good at: bullying other carriers and battleships. It is hilariously funny how much damage this thing can do against enemy CVs. The Furious over there decided he wanted to attack me. He did about 4,000 damage, not showing up on my health bar though, because that's broken as well. And when I slapped him back, that was a comfortable 16,500 damage. Nice. You'll notice my Omaha here. I have no idea how much health he has. I'm pretty sure he gets himself obliterated, because that's what I remember happening in the game that I played earlier, but I have no idea. He might have no health, he might have 10 health, he might have like 500,000 health. I have no idea. You can see me pinging him to get back, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Also, it seems like the rockets are just stuck up on screen now for a while, so you guys get to have fun with this. It's like we're basically in the circus right now. It's great. You have no idea what's going on. Nothing is updating properly. You're pretty sure that the person you're looking at is either high and /
Oh my.
Everything is going wrong. Oh, hey, there's a Furious.
It sounds like a real cluster muck.
Look at
Like,
all
what
that
is
damage.
going on
Very
here?
good. The Serov is an amazing troll when it comes to dealing with enemy carriers. Wonderful.
Okay.
Now, you might be wondering,
A
what is
raging
happening
Canadian,
here?
eh?
This seems kind of strange. Where are those torpedoes on screen? You can see the little indicators. Is that a friendly destroyer? Is that an enemy destroyer? Are those friendly planes? I have no idea. And to be perfectly honest with you, All I remember is that DD actually did a pretty good job. He captured the A
Nice.
point, he didn't get himself killed immediately, and he actually proceeded to do quite a bit of damage. Very nice. Very well done. Now, what am I doing with these torpedo planes here? I'm going after the carrier again, because it's funny, and because it's easy, and because it's effective. And in the words of an animation I really love, why does everyone keep stabbing me in the back? Because it's easy, and it does a lot of damage. And it's the exact same reason. It's really easy to bully enemy CVs because they're basically giant bricks that can't move. So, something else I would like to point out as well, how insanely cinematic this game can be when you turn the UI off or when the UI is not working. Like, you see the enemy planes in the distance, they're like flying around, you don't have the giant red indicator, you're actually going for runs on the ship. Like, it's surprising. We'll turn into a submarine for a second there. I have a surprising amount of respect for the art department, more than normal, as our ribbons are being pushed off the top of the
torpedo
screen,
hits.
Because they've designed a very visually
4
impressive
torpedo
game.
hits. Not too
Unfortunately, because
bad there,
most people
buddy.
are
Not too
kind of
bad.
incapable of monitoring,
I don't
breathing,
like
and
playing
living at the
CVs,
same
so
time,
I
they
can
have to put all of
appreciate a
these
guy that can play a CV
ginormous
well.
UI elements just
It's not as easy as
everywhere.
everybody
So,
thinks.
the game ends up looking
You
pretty
gotta
trash.
learn
And I
how
know
to
that
play
you can
'em.
like turn this stuff off. I'm well aware that you can get rid of it. But if you actually want to be doing decently and like performing properly and making good decisions, you want access to as much information as possible. Also, here we're going to go in for a torpedo strike on Mackinson, I think. Was this the Piotr Velikry or the Mackinson? No, this was the Piotr. This was the Piotr. I recommend his really, really annoying turret layout and the absolute ballsiness of his existence. So, I think we get all 5 torpedoes on him. Yes, that was all 5 torpedoes, although the indicator showed them as just freaking out on the screen, so you never know. Maybe I only hit him with 1 and the game freaked out. Maybe I missed him with all of them. Maybe I just dev-struck him. You don't know. Game doesn't update. Although, based on the fact that he still has full health, yet I hit him with torpedoes, I don't actually know how much damage I did to him there. I wasn't looking at the numbers, and I hit him just enough spacing in between for them to not stack fully, so very interesting. Very interesting.
Guy's got a point here. Yeah, it's not showing any damage up in the top right. And so when he had the first 4 torpedo hits, that should have moved up to the top. And then when he got 5 new hits on the second drop, that should have shown up as 5. But no, they're just adding them up in total for a total of 9. So yeah, he's got a point here. Something's messed up in the replay. Now, I got to let you know, I never relied on replays for videos. I just do them live. I record them live. I just take them directly off the gameplay. I don't rely on replays whatsoever. So let's listen further and let's see what's going on and what point he's trying to make here.
Interesting. Being this close as well means you basically get to cycle strike people for free with the Russian CVs. You're just like, lol, guess I'll just launch planes at you every 10 seconds. Oh, we're back to being a submarine. Yeah, I have no idea what causes this bug either, by the way. Something else that's a little bit interesting is apparently my fighter consumable is on a permanent 11-minute, 40-second cooldown. And instead of the cooldown fading from the top to the bottom, you know, when it's going to be finished, it's fading from the bottom to the top, so that's nice. Things working in reverse. It's completely upside down moon logic, but whatever. Oh, wow, look how fast those torpedoes are moving. You just look at it right on the screen there. That's really fast. It's like they're moving like 140 knots or something. It's crazy. Oh, now they're all the way over here next to me. Oh, you know what? I just realized as well. My planes are moving at 0 knots. This is incredible. The Russians invented helicopters this early in the war? Holy shit. Where was all this stuff? You think it would have helped against the Nazis, right? I mean, look at it. They have helicopters that can carry skip bombs and torpedoes and shit, and they have the world's best carrier fleet. Where were these things during World War II? You think it would have been able to put some more pressure on the Russians? The Germans. It's great. Oh, by the way, there's the Furious again. He's got basically no health. I have no idea what slapped him for all of that damage, because I'm pretty sure I put him down to like 10, 9. I have no idea. Pick a random number and that's the health I put him down to. I'm just pretty sure someone else took a pot shot at him to put him down to like 1600, because I sure as shit didn't do all that damage to him. I am, however, gonna slap him to get the kill. Woo! So Pac-Man from WIS, whatever that's supposed to mean, get into the next game, buddy. And nothing interesting is gonna happen for a while, so we might as well skip forward a bit. This is a pretty entertaining one. So the Russian CVs have probably the slowest torpedoes in existence, and the fact that I actually managed to get this guy with the number of torpedoes that I do is hilarious. Unfortunately, you don't get to see it. I hit him with 3, which is pretty entertaining, but you didn't get to see it because, again, you know, we're super testing submarines, and I have no idea why it keeps doing that. That was a problem before submarines where you just randomly be on.
Okay, folks, I'm pausing the video here for a sec. And the reason why I'm doing that is onefold. Okay? Video's over. We're going to go live and watch the COTS tournament. That's the King of the Seas tournament. It's going on this weekend. I just, it wasn't last weekend, but the weekend before where we were watching the North American Championship. So as soon as this video is over, we're going to go to watch live the COTS King of the Sea tournament. Very, very informative. A great experience. So let's go back to the video, and once it's finished, just a heads up, we're going to go to the COTS tournament. And watch her live. Live, baby.
Underwater with CV replays, but it's been significantly worse after the submarine update. No idea what happened. You'll notice as well that despite the fact many of my team are dead, we are up on points, but we're behind on ships. And I consider that to be incredibly successful team play. Like, my team are basically the best players in the universe, considering they've managed to secure these caps and secure a lot of kills without once moving their ships away from spawn. Like, that's some incredible gameplay, you have to admit. Also, we're underwater again. I wonder if there's going to be a scene where I phase underneath the ground and we can look at the void below the world, because that would be pretty interesting. We'll sequence break out of here and I'll like no clip under the world so that they can't hurt me. Planes will like fly up from beneath the ground and water. Magical Russian submarine launched planes, probably a thing that was tested, probably a thing that's going to be added to the game eventually. Submarine carriers, wouldn't that be just a novel addition to the game? Who are these enemies, by the way? I don't really know. There was 3 of them in here? 4 of them? 5 of them? I don't actually remember how many enemies were in this cap because I can't see where anything is. Everything is missing. Oh, no, I do remember this. I left my ship going because I didn't... Well, wait, what? My carrier kept on going because I wasn't on autopilot. So I touched the controls and it just kept sailing straight forward. And it's just about now that I realize, oh shit, I'm broadside to a Mackinson. That's not good. Don't worry though, because I look at his shells going in and everything misses. Worry not, ladies and gentlemen. The new German battle cruisers are good. I promise. Their damage is fantastical. You can see clearly as well because I'm completely full health. You know, I'm not taking damage. Like, this is just what Russian CVs are. Wargaming figured, hey, man, you know, carriers aren't strong enough. Things are just too difficult for them. With the addition of submarines, you know, stuff is just not working properly. I have infinite health. I've glitched the game. I'm functionally indestructible. You know, which is fine, I guess. Carriers don't really have the potential to do much damage. They're really, really squishy. They're kind of the worst class in the game, so I guess doing this makes it a little bit easier for them, you know. Do a little bit more damage. Oh, we're underwater again. Do a little bit more damage, you know, farm some more kills, have some more fun, because, you know, just wargaming, balancing the game. Managed to get a torpedo on that DD as well, by the way, because these torpedoes are slow as shit, and they cluster really, really tight, which makes it really, really funny when you manage to drop them at destroyers, because there's often no space for them to dodge. So from head on, torpedoes can actually get hits on them. It's pretty entertaining. I'm pretty sure those flying pancakes down there are my fighters, or my planes. I'm pretty sure the enemy carrier's dead. Although considering how indestructible CVs are, he might be like under the water somewhere and I just not paying attention. I mean, I go under the water pretty frequently, so maybe the Furious just, when he sank, he didn't actually sink. He just kind of like pumped out the ballast tanks and bloop, 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 underwater, launching planes at me. Maybe that's what it is, who knows. The Bayern kills the T-22. Delightful. Very entertaining. Keep on adding ribbons to the never-ending scrolling garbage that is going up on screen. What even is this? How does this even happen? What is even happening in this replay? This is the 5th time I've tried to record.
You know what's interesting about this Tier 6 Soviet CV? The first set of planes, and then he cycled them in again later, looked very similar to the American P-38s.
This damn thing, and it's broken in different ways every time. I think this is the most broken it's actually been. I genuinely think this is the most broken it's been, because the first time I tried it, the name tags worked properly and they stuck to the ships properly. This, though, yikes. This is an absolute disaster. Like, how much spaghetti is in the replay files right now? Like, when was the last time Wargaming actually updated the replay files? Also, I just noticed the terrain is not working properly, like, at all. I have my draw distance, like, incredibly high, like, maxed out. All the graphics set to, like, hyper maximum in this game. So those islands should be a lot more detailed than they are, and I feel like I shouldn't be able to see the individual.
Okay, so just so you guys know, when we switch to the COTS tournament, King of the Seas tournament, today, and I believe tomorrow as well, but today is going to be, it's the international finals day. So this is going to be all the different parts of the world competing, and this will be the international finals. What we were watching 2 weeks ago was the North American finals, and now today will be the international finals.
Individual polygons on them. It's a little difficult as well to comment on where I am or what I'm doing because nothing is actually consistent. The map shows me in the Bayern as still in D2, and the little arrow shows me at A9, but that's not accurate because.
Okay, so these are the planes I was referring to that look like the P-38. So these are a Soviet plane, and I got to tell you, the graphics on them are half decent when we've seen a half decent close up there. But there's no doubt this guy uses the replays. I've never used replays for YouTube videos whatsoever myself from my gameplay. They're always done live in real time. So P-38s, by the looks of it to me, throw in comments if you think so or otherwise. Be interested to find out what you think.
It only updates once in a while whenever I call out new squadrons, which is not as often as you might think. So, there's not much actually happening at this point. The end of this game was pretty climactic, with me basically cursing out this Bayern for being an absolute ape, and he kind of is, and I kind of felt bad about it afterwards because he is like the newest of new.
Huh. He felt bad about it afterwards? Give me a friggin' break. He was enjoying himself, jumping up and down with glee. I digress.
Players. I think he had like 200 games on his account overall. So he is a hilariously new player. And I do feel really bad because he picked the German battleship line, which is a bit of a joke, but what are you going to do? So this is basically the end of the game. You'll notice that the enemies are way more ahead of us on points than they probably should be. You'll notice that the Lagal is significantly higher health than is comfortable. You'll also notice there's a bunch of shit going on in chat. Feel free to read.
Okay. We already see how the replay's broken. 10-4. No problemo. No point in friggin' flogging a dead horse. It's broke. Needs to be fixed. But what we're going to do now is go to the King of the Seas tournament. King of the Seas tournament. King of the Seas tournament. Okie dokie. Just logging on there, folks. Just logging on, folks. Okay, I'm going to put it in theater mode. The reason why I'm going to go in theater mode so we can see chat as well. Okay, so we'll be able to see chat. I'm doing it from Lord Zath's channel. That's what I did before because these are the North American guys. So let's see what's going on here.
But
Oh, I wanted to see big encounter.
will be shells coming in from the daring, and the Shima, amusingly enough, is actually gunboating the daring.
I see.
I mean, it works.
Oh, here comes.
Okay, so this is the King of the Seas tournament.
Oh,
Any questions, any
Hey, you know what? But he
comments,
dropped
just
some
throw
bombs.
in
It's okay.
chat and enjoy. This is
like
good
30K
stuff.
from something else.
That looked like Luke Playbalker's Moskva, just
Yeah.
smacking him on the broadside.
Between him and the Ohio daring, daring's still getting gunboated. I love it.
This is great. This is great. Here comes another round of the Dutch oven. We'll completely
And
miss.
it completely missed.
Oh my God, this poor daring. Oh, here comes some more shells. Nah, they'll be up.
Yeah, the Napoli's up in a pretty aggressive spot. I don't think the Ohio is quite pushed far enough to have that shot yet. They are running on borrowed time though, because we do just have a Shima shooting at a daring.
Yeah, well, for now, but see the Ragnar's coming around. No, he's not. He's staying in B. That's a mistake, I think.
There.
I think that's a mistake. I think they would have been better off bringing Monkey Enjoyer to A, come in from the backside, assassinate, and then go dark and come back around.
Napoli's reversing right now. There's more cross shots coming.
Yeah.
Don't do a ton of damage. Other comment here. So Napoli doesn't have a Hydra. So the daring's actually going to go dark because the only thing that was keeping him lit was the proxy.
This is the proxy spot. Yeah. Yep.
So right now the daring's actually keeping the Napoli lit. I think he has Hydra running.
Look at Asphodelis's Des Moines all the way on the 10 line. Like, where are you guys? Like,
yeah, he's.
I want to play with you. Come play with me. And nobody's
have
gonna play with him.
I doubt he has RPF. That's probably what it is.
Right.
And they might just not know.
Oh goodness.
Currently a Kremlin pushing into a Napoli. That's not good for the Napoli's health.
Yeah,
we're ships coming now.
You know, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Torps coming in, airstrike coming in. You can see currently Paid has lots of ships kind of reacting to this, or at least they're pointing the right way. There's going to be another kerfuffle in the mid cap.
See, now they finally brought Monkey Enjoyer back, but he's on the wrong side. Now that he's detected, the daring's not going to come out there.
Oh, and they're just using him to shoot at the Kremlin.
Which isn't going to... That's not the problem. The problem is the daring. Go in, kill the daring, come back. And, yeah, Napoli is... Well, his SAP secondaries are active.
I think the thing is, if the Ragnar had pushed up that early,
yeah,
there would have been a reactionary, probably radar from the Moskva, either one of the Moskvas. But I do agree that the Ragnar kind of sitting there and just getting a little bit of
blown out of the water. That deserves a replay.
I think Vors finally realized that there's nothing on the east side. I mean, the Ohio's just sitting there because he had cross shots. That's why the Ohio didn't go anywhere.
Well, sure, yeah.
I think the Des Moines has finally realized, hey, I can play the game.
Right? And he's moving in. Meanwhile, we got our push from Vor down the one line, because they might as well at this point.
Yeah, their Classics Ragnar did go down like a significant amount of HP, and he might actually go down here.
Yeah, you're right.
Cross shots from double Ragnars coming in. Yeah, there he goes.
So, Paid, drawing a little blood themselves.
Would not be surprised if Sheep's Daring takes more damage. The Moskva Dark Temple right now. I'm watching the Ohio. Yeah, there's the salvo from the Ohio.
Yep. He's going to be forced to turn in. Not bad.
But again, these two destroyers right in front of a Moskva just getting shot at.
Right?
Both of them have heals, provided they can get away, but that radar rages long, and I'm kind of surprised the Moskva's choosing to shoot the Ragnar instead of finishing the Daring off. Kind of an interesting decision. Maybe the Daring said, I've got the other Daring, but she slips away on 2300 HP.
Oh, Luke Plegwalker going down to Ohio shot.
Cross shot from the Ohio from downtown, arcs over the island through a tiny little gap.
Yeah, look at that keyhole right there. I mean, this is like Goonies style. That was great.
And so yeah, I mean, early on, Vor taking damage in several places, but keeping their ships alive. Des Moines getting involved now on the eastern side of the map. I mean, the east cap is still untaken, but all the action's happening in the middle here.
Yeah.
Another Moskva takes one of the Moskvas just took a pretty big hit there. It might have been a Torp. Yeah, Dark Temple taking hits. Moskva in the center.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we've seen Temple play Moskva before and Stalingrad. He's a very good, capable player for both of those ships. So, I'm not concerned about seeing him taking damage in the middle like that. He pushed up to make the play, and that's what he did. He pushed the enemy off the cap.
Yeah, I think the only concern is if these Ohio shells arc over the island and send him away. Not connecting there, though. Again, lots of long lobs happen on this map.
Yep. Yeah, that looked like it went through. It might have been one or two overpens on the superstructure, like the very top. But that's about it. So.
And so to counter this, looks like Pade. I think Pade, what Pade's gonna do is probably bring this Ohio up and try and farm out Dark Temple's Moskva. At the same time, their Napoli has finally encountered stuff on the east side of the map. We've got single file torps heading toward very honorable Ohio, though, and they're wow. So far, he's 2 for 2 on those.
Yeah, I see that. And he's sending. He's trying to prompt the DCP. He's gonna miss the third torpedo, and he'll probably miss this grouping too.
Yeah, but I mean, the damage was done. Daring getting shots into the Ragnar, Moskva getting shots into the Ragnar as well. Moskva's radar is currently running. Monkey Enjoyers again going to take a bunch of damage. Down goes the.
Yeah, there goes
Moskva.
Temple. Pade's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Ragnar's led from shooting and getting shot at from everywhere. Oh, Daring just took a huge hit. What was that?
Was that
had to be the Ohio?
I was gonna say, like,
that came in from the salvo.
Pega Sniper must just how?
Oh, he actually survived on 500 HP.
Yeah, he did. And the thing is that they probably can't even see him, so they probably have no idea like how low he is. Wow.
So Vor will pick up the C cap here, and they've been pushing Pega Sniper, and
yeah, they've got all the caps.
Ender in a way. The Shima Moskva's radar is currently running. I think the Shima is just outside of it. So Vor's Pade needs to get the B cap back, and they need to do it soon.
Look at this torpedo salvo on the Ohio.
Yeah, I see it. Oh dear.
That's 5 torpedoes.
That's a lot of damage.
But the problem is, it's not a kill. They need a kill.
So
I'm secretly hoping for a detonation.
The thing is, Pade lost. Oh, there goes. That's going to be the Daring.
That's got to be the Daring. Yep. There he is.
Yeah. So Vor has lost the ability to spot destroyers in the center of the map with the death of the Moskva.
Another big hit on the Ragnar. Jesus. What was that? Was that the Golden Lion? Or was that the Ohio?
I don't know. Those aren't rendering very well this round for some reason. Yeah, the good and lose salvo basically did nothing. So Pade has picked up the cap. Shells aren't showing up. Ragnar just took more damage from something. He kept shooting in the smoke, and Russia from board puts him out.
Yep.
Down he goes. Great shooting by the good and Lou.
Look at the Shimakaze grabbing A. Of course, he's gonna die. It's just a question of can he take somebody down with him.
And so Sheep in the middle is also going to die. Renegade's pushing straight into him. He's got a huge health advantage, and that's going to be no contest. Oh no, please.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, that's not. Trade?
They don't trade. They might. No.
He's healing though.
Moskva took a huge salvo on the far side of the map as well. BBBs. Probably from, I don't actually, Ohio
It's got
hitting him
that-
nose in for a big hit.
Could be, yeah, could be Ohio in the upper bow.
Yeah.
Renegade's still burning.
Oh no.
It might be a trade. Nope, he despawned.
Oh, it stops. 300 HP is going to be enough to keep the control of the B cap. Looks like the Ohio's going for a ram here.
We must witness this ram. Or not. Very Unabra.
It's gonna happen. I mean, he's desperately trying to find a shot somewhere else, but
I know.
doesn't do it. Moskva goes down to 1400. It's gonna go down to whatever shells hit him next.
And that's gonna pave the way for the Shimakaze to move forward.
Oh my!
And try to torpedo, but he lost his engine just now.
Don't miss.
I think that was a big mistake coming out like that, but
no. What he can do is what he should have done faster almost is go behind the wreck. Yeah.
Yeah. Right there you go.
More cover. Kremlin. That looks like a prop mod.
Yeah, definitely.
Kremlin getting out of there.
He just speedy boyed out of there. He's like, nope.
But that'll give Vor. I mean, they've got 2 caps still. They have health pools are actually identical, and
Oh my god,
Renegade's
yeah.
daring can't. Renegade can't do anything at this point.
Nope.
They still have an almost full HP Des Moines who's just chasing down the Napoli, and
Yeah, because the Napoli clearly did things.
yeah,
I'm just not impressed with the Napolis. I don't understand why there's such
don't
meta in
understand
EU.
the Napoli picks either. I think it's because it's like a tanky cruiser that's pretty low concealment, but
Mm.
I don't think it's getting the value it could, or maybe
Right.
another ship. The Guden is actually pushing towards the Napoli.
Well, might as well. Napoli turned in. I don't know. Well, low on time, I suppose. Here comes the Shimakaze.
Shima's played the switcheroo.
He's gonna.
He's probably waiting. I would guess he's waiting for the Kremlin to turn his turrets.
Yeah. Usually, when you die, you try to spectate. Yep. You try to spectate and figure out what the enemy's doing with their guns, and you can see him just sitting there with this bow. You're right. He might be trying to wait for a full salvo, all 3 torpedoes, but in the meantime,
still getting pinched between the 2 cruisers.
Exactly.
Airstrike going in.
Oh, are we gonna see a Dutch oven? Nope.
Guden still taking a bunch of damage.
Here it comes.
Guden.
Here it comes.
There's the Shima push.
Here it comes.
That's. I think that's all it's gonna take anyway.
Prop mod this. There he goes.
Got him this time.
Got him, boys. But there goes the Napoli.
Vor will pick up the Napoli in the center, and Daring's just gonna run away. There's a 600 point lead, so even though I would say at this point Paid probably has the ship's advantage,
it's not enough time.
They do not have the time advantage at all. Predictive airstrike going in maybe somewhere.
It's on the Ohio.
Yeah.
Prizes for you.
just don't do anything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna pretty much be it for this round. We just have to wait for it to finish up.
Shima is currently hydroed by the Guten.
Yep.
But yeah, as you can see, Vor knows. Daring's just leaving the map. Des Moines is going to go sit behind an island forever.
Yeah. Yep.
And
So
with,
even
with
if
2 minutes to play, they could lose all 3 caps. It wouldn't matter. As long as one of their ships lives, Vor still gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, credit to Paid. I mean, they pulled back from what was not close. Shima definitely coming in clutch a bunch of times.
And winning that gunboat duel.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, bye-bye. Was that a Dutch oven?
Something.
Yes! Our first Dutch oven. All right. Well, congratulations to Vor for winning that first battle. And there you go. All right.
Let's see.
So I'm just interacting with chat for a second. We're going to move on next to It's a Trap. I always love Trap. Trap is fun. I'm going to go over to, let's see, let's go back to our best of 3. There we go.
Let's see, and elsewhere in the games world,
Oh, that's right. There's other
1S.
games that have been going on. Hold on a second.
1S beat Bonks 2-0.
Oh, I wanted to pull that up. There we go.
This is the only one running right now.
Right. No, I'm pulling up I wanted to pull up the bracket there. So that's one NA team knocked out.
Yep.
Hashtag pray for NA, lol. Can I zoom in that far? Yeah, we'll go up to there. That should be good enough. But remember, guys, we're doing round 1 battles, and we're going into round 2s, and then tomorrow morning, same bat time, same bat channel, we'll be doing the finals.
Except remember, daylight savings changes.
That's
Think.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you and I need to basically start at the same time as today. Even though it's technically an hour later, we still start at the same time.
Yep.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let me check a couple other quick things. Really? Okay. Not much to talk about at this point, huh?
Not really. I mean, I think if anything, I would say Vor could have maybe done it a little better even. But again, they don't know what's happening on the other side of the map.
So
we could sit here all day and say they should have pushed the east side earlier. But again, it was one Des Moines. He didn't know if there might have been other ships. But at the point where everything was lit, it's kind of one of those make a decision about where to go.
So we've cast War before. I have, at least. I'm sure you have too, right?
Maybe.
So, you know, what I have found is that the sorry, I'm just looking at another channel. What I found is that Vor typically has an ace up their sleeve. They always have, at least it seems, a special strategy that doesn't come out unless they absolutely need to pull it out. And it's kind of like you have seen anime, haven't you?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, Frieza's final form. Or Cell's final form, for that matter, or so many of the other people, because you know you can't just have one person go get defeated. You have to defeat them multiple times. That sounds familiar.
And they always come with more strats than I think you'd think. I think they run. I think if you, I don't know this for sure, but I bet if you go back and look at previous games they've played on these maps, etc., they're not doing the same thing they did before.
Right.
And sure, ship bans impact that as well, but their initial deployments might have changed. They may do something else.
Right.
Because a lot of these teams will be looking at each other. Like, they'll be going back and looking at games the other team played before, etc.
We're going to move on to let's see. I got the replay up. I'm gonna do a another ad for pre-roll just to get that out of the way for you guys, so you don't get stuck watching ads. Here we go. And then I can move over studio mode on, go to replay.
High pain got you upset? Don't take it out on them.
You've explored worlds together, survived battle royales together.
It's time to enjoy low ping together.
Save the controllers with Pure Fiber Internet from Bell. Gamers get it.
With SodaStream, you can enjoy fresh, sparkling water whenever you want.
And help save the planet from single-use plastic waste.
And now, meet the new Diet Pepsi Cola you can make with SodaStream.
Oops, sorry.
SodaStream, your favorites on demand.
Rated mature.
Go, go, go!
Whatever we do it together.
PlayStation.
If I have questions, Questrade has live chat. A real person helping me right now. And if I need help, now's good.
Surprised that they didn't send a destroyer into sea at all.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious as to the Napoli push on A. I mean, ships that go to A tend to get run over.
Right.
Depending on what their support's doing, and with the Kremlin just pushing down. And the thing was, that push happened quickly. A lot
Yes,
of the
it
time, people take a long time to organize their one-line, two-line pushes, but forward just went right in. That happened fast relative to the game timer.
Yeah, that was interesting to see.
Yeah, a lot of destroyer trading back and forth. Big hits coming in for battleships and on the destroyers this whole game.
Do you
Would it
think
have been a different outcome if the Daring hadn't lived on 300 HP? I
Nice,
don't
right?
think so.
We would have given them more time at least to come in, so.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the Shima, the Daring, because after that point, the Daring just left. So it still would have just ended up being the Shima and the Ohio.
Right. Oh well. Do you think that the Golden Lion made an impact, or could just about any other cruiser have done what the Golden Lion did?
I think the better ship for this in this particular game would have been a Napoli. Like, teams seem to be using them both for the same role,
Yeah.
and airstrikes are. Well, GL has a Hydra at least, and it does have the quick heals. Because early on in the game, the GL did get absolutely smacked by something.
Right.
I'm not convinced on the use of the ship. Because, like, when I'm looking at it as everything you get other than the airstrikes. Because the airstrikes are unreliable.
Right.
Having torpedoes, would that probably be better? Yeah. I mean, in this particular case, the Golden Line didn't get a whole lot of damage with airstrikes. And if you just consider it as a cruiser, looking at it just from the merits of the guns it has, the tankiness it has, it's kind of this tanky, stealthy cruiser role that we've kind of had introduced. That was once upon a time the role of a certain three-letter cruiser. Because we've got all these like turtleback cruisers running around now. But
Yep.
I don't know. It's in this situation it worked, and I don't know if you could have done the same with another cruiser other than maybe the Napoli. But I don't know if it was the best pick. Oh, jeez. Speaking of which,
all the memes. Look at the memes for Vor. Not only are they bringing triple Napoli, they're also bringing a Kaba as well. What the hell is this? And then you've got for battleships Kremlin, Montana. That's kind of tame. Napoli, and then Moskva, Des Moines, Daring, Kaba. Like,
No, it's Tripoli.
Triple. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Page is bringing Ohio, Kremlin, DM, Minnow, Venezia, Daring, Marceau, Shima, and Ragnar. I feel like I've seen replays of Vor with Kaba in the past, and they tended to like drive it into a cap immediately. Was that the
Right.
one where it just died to a Marceau? I forget which replay that was a long time ago.
Where what was it? What died to it, Marceau?
There was a Kaba that just got obliterated by a Marceau shooting AP, and the
Oh.
Marceau had like 8,000 HP to start, and the Kaba was full, and the Kaba lost. I forget
Oh.
which international final it was from, but it was from last time.
Okay. I don't remember that moment, but
It was on this map in the B cap. So
yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder, this is VOR, which is Asia, Panzervor versus Paid, which is an EU team. And one thing I did want to mention, since I did a little bit of research here, Paid stands for PayPal Enjoyers. That's their full name. Panzervor has... No, actually. I thought they played the least number of games, but they did not, actually. Never mind. They only lost 2 games, though, in the whole part. So they probably have the best win rates, I guess.
Yep, Kaba's currently lit in the B cap.
Because of all places to go with the Kaba, right into the center totally makes sense. Don't worry. He's got a plan. It's okay, guys. Napolis have split. 1 going A, 2 going to C. Together they can smoke train, perhaps? Almost looks like they're...
Are they... So there's a Kremlin there.
It looks like they're on shore leave.
I'm wondering if they're going to, like, double smoke the Kremlin somewhere.
Yeah.
Because with them sitting that close, like, that's...
Yeah.
They have a plan.
We keep saying that, right?
Yeah, I mean... There's definitely a... With the way that the ships are... With the way Vor has set up, they've got something they're going to do. Kaba's still in the middle. I don't really...
He can't get out.
If you're gonna get an island hugging ship, I mean, I guess it's got a heal and a bunch of HP. So,
yeah. The problem is once you get in there, you can't get out. So he's stuck. He's just in damage mitigation mode right now.
Yeah, but I for that role, I guess the cop is not actually that bad.
Well, yeah, and it's gonna proxy spot. As you can see, that was proxy spotting the Marceau for a bit. The double Napolis have sailed off without the Kremlin.
Yeah, they have. Daring was lit there. Taking fire from a bunch of places.
Yeah. Renegade.
And Renegade's single torp predictions are terrifying.
Right?
Like... See, meanwhile, Vor is elected to just not even contest A. They just put 1 Napoli at it. Paid's going to end up getting that, but...
They're kind of doing what Pay did last game, right? They just said, well, we'll just throw a Napoli over there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, GG? I don't get it. But okay. You can do that.
I mean, I guess on its own, if there isn't a destroyer on that flank, the Napoli is a bit self-sufficient just because it has pretty good detection for a tier 10 cruiser. Let's see, what's going to happen? So we've currently got both Des Moines up in the northeast, kind of stalled behind their respective islands. The Ohio is pushing up a bit more. Kremlin's going to nose in for C.
Yep.
And at present, the game is 2 points apart.
Woohoo!
What's going to happen?
Well, look at this Des Moines. Look at Anakin Seawalker in the Des Moines.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
He's about to take a face full of Kremlin here as soon as he gets detected. I know what he's trying to do. He wants to detect the Daring. He wants to surprise that Daring. His radar's
so the thing
up.
is, if he has radar up, he'll pick up the Daring here. He's going to get lit when he's shooting, and he's going to have to be forced to back off. The Kremlin might get a salvo on him here.
It comes down to
Renegade's caught in a pretty tough spot right now.
Yep.
Does go dark again. Took some damage for it.
Kremlin was not ready to answer, so that was all free damage. That was actually a pretty good play by Seawalker there.
So Paid right now is pushing their Ragnar up around the middle with their Shimakaze smoking.
Look at the Napoles.
Something is happening.
Right. The secondaries. That's what that's their plan. They're going to secondary the Kremlin to death.
I think I'm curious just what's the plan next? Where do they go next?
Right.
They're going to get behind this island, but then they're going to come under fire from, well, I mean, I think the Ohio might be able to shoot them. There's a Marceau very close. I mean, are they going to rush the Kremlin? Like, meanwhile, Shimakaze got far too close to the... Look at Dark Temple right now.
Yeah, I see him.
Secondaries absolutely going ham on the destroyers.
SAP secondaries.
Shima does go dark, but he did get more damage into him. Ragnar's now coming under. I don't know what's happening, and it's awesome.
Would you rather take Venezia secondary or primaries or Napoli secondaries?
There's shells coming in from the Kaaba, although I don't think they're all penetrating because it's Ragnar with the 30mm belt, whatever it is.
Look at all
secondary.
this AP. There it
Kaaba
is.
got the kill.
There it is.
Napoli did take a bunch of damage there from the fire between the Minotaur and the Venezia, though.
Yep.
Must be said.
It's still coming in, too. Oof. 4,000 and burning. Venezia continuing to slap him. And that's kind of the point I was trying to make. I'd rather have Venezia primaries than... But okay. Dark Temple was able to make it work and he survived. Let's look at the Napoles. Our Napoli train. Not doing just yet.
Getting in a slap fight with one another right now. Vor's also Paid is pushing up and around on the northeast with the Ohio and the Des Moines. It's going to take a long time to dig a Kremlin out of there, though. And again, the Des Moines behind that island. So what are we going to see next? I mean...
Napoli's going to die next.
Napoli's going to go down. That's just a matter of time. As soon as the smoke goes down, which it just did. Smoke minnow.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
So the Napoli's going to go down here. Ooh, lots of shells arrived at the minnow, but he was okay.
I thought that was going to be I was looking for a white bar right there.
Look at the double Napolis.
Oh my god.
Marceau just coming under fire from a fairly unconventional source in King of the Sea.
Yeah.
But that's pretty scary on its own. I mean,
can we see a secondary meta form?
Kremlin turning out, meanwhile, in front of the other Kremlin. Doesn't take that big of a hit from that salvo, though. But I mean, again, Vor, like, they just have this center cap for now, and they're definitely ahead on HP. Oop, Daring from Sheep runs into the back of Ariana, bruh.
Yep. And now Vor just all they have to do is like circle like sharks the middle there with those two Napoles. What's gonna stop them? Just the Kremlin and the Ohio, but they're all the way up north.
Yeah, I mean the Ohio right now is pushing up. Des Moines on his backside as well, but the Des Moines can't go too far because of the Kremlin. And Sheep does slip away on 1800 HP. Vor has a very, very, very commanding presence in B, but there's torpedoes coming from everywhere now.
Well, yeah. And Napoli does not get a hydro.
No, and they've ceded control of A completely. Montana's just going to continually get pushed away.
Yep.
Another big hit. Des Moines. Nibiski taking big hit from the Ohio.
Yeah, he kind of stuck around a little bit too long. So now the Ohio's
probably
just
going to be able to slink away around the island, though.
Yeah, well, the Kremlin's going to hold the Ohio steady.
Yeah, and they're just going to both shoot at their respective Des Moines.
Yeah.
I think in this case, at least shooting in nose-in ships like that, I would say the Kremlin works sometimes, doesn't work other times. Finding more shots on that Des Moines, that was not that great of a hit.
It could have been a lot worse, absolutely, yes.
Oof, again, that was Salvo looked like he shot him in the belt. Did 1,000 damage.
Yep. Now look at the sheep getting involved now with his daring too.
Anakin Seawalker taking a massive hit from the Kremlin there.
Yep.
Salvo coming in from the Montana as well. Oof, one of the Napolis just got blasted by something. But again, I mean, so Vor had B. I think they're going to lose it now. Marceau's going to get in there and hold it.
Yeah, looked like the Napoli pain train has decided to move on to the next station.
Yeah, unfortunately for Paid, I'd be worried about Anakin Seawalker going down here as well. It looks like they're going to try for the battleship trade with a ram, but the Kaba's coming in to save the day.
Well, they need the hero play, right? They need to kill Niepsky. Pepega needs to kill Niepsky and ram Yanaya's Kremlin, but that's not going to happen because Kaba's like, I just make everything bad.
And he doesn't take the Des Moines down either. Leaves him on 5k.
And the Des Moines healing, and here's Torpedoes. Whack.
Yeah, and those are Kaba Torps. They'll take him down immediately.
Yep. Now, Yanaya did take a decent chunk from Very Honorable's Kremlin, but...
Seawalker's still lit, though. He backed around the island to get safe and was dark, but now he's, again, driven around. Not sure if that was the best play.
Well, you know, with the Kremlin, when it's that low, you just want to get it out, but it's just... I don't know that it's worth it.
No, because there he goes.
They don't even trade. They don't even trade, yeah. That's the problem with Kremlin. Hard to kill. So that's it. And at this point, Vor is back into B with their dual Nephilies. This is just hilarious, guys. They're like literally just sailing around together.
They're just
like
driving around.
Yeah.
Well, and to highlight this, what is there that could really counter them in this area?
Nothing at this point.
The Kremlin's been able to battleships would be your counter to cruisers walking around, or torpedoes or whatever. But
or Moskva, Stalingrad, even a Des Moines.
Yeah, the way they've been working together just means that they've been able to kind of hold this whole middle area because of where Paid's battleships ended up.
Yeah.
And then Natalie's just walking around.
Yeah, this is Very Honorable just got smacked. This might go 2-0, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see. I mean, what Paid would have to hope for right now here is torp hits on multiple ships.
Yeah, at once, like now.
Just now, yeah.
Like 3 ships die. That's just not going to happen.
No, I don't think so.
And when you say torp hits, I mean, that's also very poignant, right? Like, HE spam's not going to work. Like, Minotaur, pling, 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 not going to work. You need the smack. Get it out. But that's just not going to happen, as now we've got the Napolis coming up with their crawling smoke. SAP secondaries doing next to nothing on the Kremlin, because what is armor?
Wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot at the where they're coming from, though.
Oh, yeah. Might as well. What else is he going to shoot at? And he's turning.
Guess not.
Guess not.
Marceau gets lit again. Kaba's actually chasing him down, so... Just a kind of commanding map control by this play. Like, just holding the middle. Napoli is just driving around, shooting people.
Yep. Oh, Daring goes down.
Ran out, leave him on 2k. There's probably a salvo in the air from somewhere, though.
Yep, there goes the Marceau. Killed by the Kaba. And there goes the Kremlin. And just like that, Vor essentially wins this game. Like you said, it's all down to cleanup now. This is the part where Paid all just synchronized launches their ASW planes. Which I'm so sad I missed, by the way. Are we going to see the Minotaur die?
I would assume so. He's got the Daring lit, though.
Getting ready for my death pick. Getting ready for the death pick. There it is.
Doesn't even get Daring.
Yo, dog, heard you like WOWS. Oh, God, now we have to secure another game. Possibly.
Oh, right, that.
Oh, right, that.
Let's see.
All right.
Looks like the next game that would be available is actually 07 Magic.
Oh. Well. I see that. Okay. Let's see who's casting that. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find that game.
We might have to use a stream for it again.
Yeah, we'll see. What was the next one? Smile.
What time was that? That one's at 11:30.
Yeah, so that's 26 minutes, which means we have enough time to do one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've requested permission to cast that.
Yeah, make sure to mention I'm with you. Like, just be clear.
Oh my, you got to make a request just to broadcast? Oh my.
No, I mean, that game we just watched, like, from the Kaaba going into the center just to secure it for a long time, and Napoli's, I mean, again, Vor went where they needed to be, and they dictated the pace of the game.
Mm-hmm. They did.
The
They absolutely
dual
did.
smoke Napoli is just driving around, just harassing everything, because, like, there was only one radar. It was kind of hilarious.
Yep, it was. Yeah. Looks like they are. Okay, I have permission.
Do I, though? Like, I'm just watching a stream. It shouldn't matter, right?
Okay, yep. Okay. I agree, we don't want anybody disqualified because of that, so...
I mean, there's a list of people who aren't allowed to join. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm not even a streamer. Like, I have no output.
Yep. Raptor just joined in the training room, so it looks like the official...
Toxic, you mean you have no input to allow for receiving the output?
People were saying last time we watched Raptors, there were a few pixels missing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a video capturing of the video, so apologies, guys. It's gonna be a little bit, but I'm in this this game here, so I think we'll be okay. I have not had a response from Redamel, so I will assume that everything's fine.
Assume it's fine until told not. Yeah.
Bingo. In the meantime,
like, well, all I'm doing is essentially the same thing that anyone else is doing.
Right.
They're watching someone else stream it. Yeah.
Right. So, while this all gets set up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the render. So you're welcome to talk us through that if you don't mind.
Sure.
Well,
I think we've seen the counter to a bunch of destroyers.
yeah. So okay, so we're seeing Napoli being used as that kind of a counter, huh?
Yeah, and I think to be fair, this game allowed for it. Paid's battleships were in known and sort of committed locations, and Vor definitely waited for the right moments to do it. I was actually really surprised that the Napoli on the west side down near A got away with the. So the thing was, Vor didn't have anything there to punish the Napoli pushing up. There was no cruiser on the backside of the center island, so the Napoli was just able to kind of drive into the two destroyers. Which, I mean, yeah, it only ended up getting the Ragnar, but it still forced them back a whole way, and it made the like if the Ragnar had still been there, it would have been a significant pain for the Napolis in the middle. Push the Shima back away, but yeah, again, like the Marceau, the Napolis pushed super far up with their smoke still running. Not sure how the Marceau ended up getting spotted in the B cap,
right?
Like nearby. Yeah, I mean the Napoli, like they knew what their smoke durations were. They knew how much time they had together to go and make that play. And then, of course, the thing is, because Napoli's a fairly stealthy cruiser, like once they were done making the play, they can just they're already kiting away and they're hiding. And with no battleship or big heavy cruiser threatening them with a crossfire or anything, they can just drive around and do stuff.
Yep. Okay.
There was the kind of hero YOLO of the Ohio across the sea cap, trying to pick up the Des Moines, but
right.
Ultimately ended up in a battleship in a Des Moines versus a battleship in a Des Moines, and one side lost both. Yeah, Vor up at that cap measured aggression, just saying, "Come at us," and they did. As it's been proven many times, unless you're in two Napolis and a smokescreen driving around in circles, since we now have an asterisk on all of this, pushing into things normally isn't a good idea.
Right. Now, Magic is a Russian team, CIS team, and 07 is an NA team. They were the favorite to win North America. They didn't. So, as a result, they came in second place to KSC. And, yeah, that's kind of where they're at. Just checking to make sure that I'm able to claim my stuff. I just claimed my King of the Sea container mission. Woohoo! So exciting. Okay. I thought there'd be a bonus one for watching World of Warships stream, but I guess there isn't. All right.
See what's
banned. We can talk about bans, absolutely. So, Magic has banned the Marceau, and 07 has chosen to ban the Ragnar.
Huh.
Looks like we're about to drop, ladies and gentlemen. This is game one. We will only be casting game one, and then moving on to the next battle, which is the number one team, which is Smile for CIS, and they will play against 1S, negative 1S, which is number two team for Asia. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting seeing 07 ban Ragnar, actually.
Okay, let's see if I got the spawns correct here. I did.
The ship I've seen a lot of from them.
Well, let's take a look. This is, again, game 1 of Magic versus 07. If we've already had one NA team knocked out of the tournament, so it's possible that 07 could be the second team knocked out of the tournament. Obviously, they do not want that to happen.
Absolutely.
So Magic is bringing 2 Ohios, a Des Moines, a Venezia, a Nevsky, a Napoli, and for Destroyers, a Gehring, a Daring, and a Shimakaze. What do we have for 07?
07's bringing double Ohios with a Des Moines, a Salem. Hey, first Salem for us today. Venezia, double Moskvas, and double Shimakazes. Also our first time on North.
Yeah, we've seen 07 do a lot of stuff with double Shimas before.
Yeah, we have. No Kremlins. Not sure we'll see. Who knows? I mean, this map's like repeat script forever was, hey, look, a Russian cruiser and a battleship on the 9 line are pushing past the sea cap. So,
yep.
Hopefully we see something else.
We will see, won't we? Looks like the CIS team going heavy for A. Typical, sending the Des Moines to your normal spot north of the island by B cap. And small force going to C. Meanwhile, it looks like 07 is choosing the opposite. Their big force is going towards C, small force to A. So we might get a little bit of toilet bowl action here.
We'll have to see. Currently, Nevsky and Venezia on a Magic briefly lit.
Yeah, well, that's gonna result in 2 battleships opening up. Here they come.
Bit of damage going in on the Nevsky.
Yeah. Tapped on the shoulder. Almost looked like one battleship planned if he went straight, the other battleship planned if he turned.
The Eagle Lance is going to have to be pretty careful here in a Shimakaze. There's a lot of firepower on the other side of that cap, and all they've seen so far is the Venezia. They don't know there's 2 destroyers there. He's outside of the Nevsky's radar range, but and I think he's just outside of the Daring. I don't think neither of them spotted each other. So all they know is that there's they know it's a Shima because all they have is Shimas.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he's going to be able to get the cab in time. No, but at this point, it's better to leave.
Yeah, play it safe. He sees the Nevsky. He knows how close he is.
There's also torps everywhere.
Yep. Here comes some Venezia shells. Wow, decent chunk there with that sap. Ace Baby wants a shot, but he doesn't have one just yet. Torpedoes coming by Eagle Lance. Is he going to be okay? He'll be fine.
The middle's kind of resulted in the classic setup. Kind of Des Moines end up on both sides of the island near B.
Yeah, but Butamako is pretty deep with that Des Moines. I wouldn't be surprised if Ace Baby is looking... Yes, he is. He's looking right at him.
There's definitely radar running.
Yep, here comes the salvo. We'll spectate the salvo and follow it to see what happens. These shells being served an in-flight meal.
To highlight right now, the battleship positions, which 07
dodging.
has battleships on either side of the map. They can get shots over multiple areas. With where Magic's battleships are right now, that John the Ruthless, even if he was radared, I don't think either of them can shoot him.
Yeah.
He would only be at risk from shells coming across from like the Venezia, the Nevsky. So over time, that can make a difference. Whether shells land, etc. But for now, Eagle's been pushed a bit away. Venezia, Elgar, they're both kind of set up to receive whatever comes their way.
Right.
Likewise, over on the east side, is Ocean Man Jake? I forget.
Yes. Ocean Man is Jake from State Farm. Ocean Man.
But I'm very, very far down with the Moskva. I think they've come to the realization that there are just 2 ships there. They're both lit. I don't think
think neither the Salem nor the Moskva have been lit this whole game. So at this point, they know Eagle's lit, Shima's lit out
Yep.
on the
Yep.
because the Nevsky pulled way up into the smoke.
Yep. See, my power got detected. He got slapped a little bit. That's why I was looking over that way.
Yeah, there's probably I'm assuming it's a radar running right now.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah. Whole lot of damage. Will Eagle's Torps land on the Nevsky? Don't think so.
No, he's got a very convenient gap right there. And yes, he does have radar going.
It was effectively half his HP though.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, 07's going to start pushing the east side. They've got the Moskva set up to do so. They've got the Salem set up to do so.
Yep, and
Both
we've seen
of
them do that
Magic's
before.
battleships are very close to each other.
Well, and you were highlighting that earlier about the inability of cross shots. So we'll have to see if that does play out. John the Ruthless is possibly set up to take another phase full of daring torpedoes. We saw him do that a couple weeks ago. Trying to shoot to see how far the island has protected him from spotting, so he gets an idea of where the destroyer is. That helps him predict where shells might be coming in. Eagle Lance is at half health now. Just kind of a lot of back and forth right now. Not too much to talk about yet, other than just initial positioning.
Dolphin Princess moved up in the Moskva. They're going to push the Shimakaze away over at the sea cap. Wouldn't be surprised if this might, at some point, they're going to push Fryce over to actually pick the cap up.
Right.
07's in good shape here in this match.
Jake, otherwise known as Ocean Man. He'll be fine. He's slowed down. Look at Marin having some shots on James's magic in the daring there in the center. They didn't really connect, but wow, talk about taking advantage of a good opportunity, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, more torpedoes! Ow! Big play right there, ladies and gentlemen. Big play right there. Absolutely.
That frees up, because that's the spotting for Magic on West.
Yes.
They were relying on that for their... So Gearing and Shimmer are both spotting each other right now as well.
Bit of a slap fight coming, but we've got Elgar and the Venezia getting ready to go. Are his turrets ready? Nope, they're still flipping. They're still turning. Eagle Lance doesn't want to risk losing his ship coming off of that initial kill on the Nevsky, so I agree with the play to be a little bit safe. He can come back in and he can get the cap when he's ready.
No, Magic still holds the caps for now.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Magic still up by 80 points, despite losing a ship now.
Yeah, they have been pushed back. We might start seeing a focus fire coming down on one of the Ohios here from 07.
I would think so, as Ocean Man now has to deal with Ohio cross shots.
So far, the cross shots just haven't been there.
No. Well, you know, you were talking about the Ohio position, and you can see that both of Magic's Ohios have started drifting farther apart, but they're starting to drift close together again. But the farther apart your battleships are, the better you are at holding ships in position. And
so of note right now, look at the Daring, James 7. He's pushing in on Eagle.
Yep.
And since Eagle smoked, he may not know that Daring is there. If he has RPF, it may still be pointing at the Gearing.
Yep. Yep.
And this Eagle just got spotted again by the Gearing.
Yeah. Yep. This is I mean, I'm surprised that James didn't go in.
Great hit there from the Venezia.
Mm-hmm. They were ready.
See my power.
They were absolutely ready for... Oh, he just barely dodged Venezia Torps too. Wow.
Eagle does take a little bit of damage in return, but yeah, the shot by Elgar for like 7,000 damage on the Gearing. Making a difference.
That's right.
No, and so another thing to point out at this point, 07 has 1.5 times the hit point pool of Magic at this point. So as far as trades have been going, it's been going their way. Yes, they started up a destroyer, or they started up a cruiser rather, but no, I don't think they did actually. I don't remember. Whatever died, it was a Nevsky.
Right. Right. But the key is, I mean, they've been able to. I mean, this is 07 style. They don't go and make big flashy plays. They look for opportunities and they take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, that leads. I mean, you guys might be feeling like maybe this game's kind of a little slow. That's on purpose. That's their style. I saw someone joking on the King of the Sea Discord earlier that NA matches are like 18 minutes of nothing and 2 minutes of just epic what the hell is happening craziness.
It's pretty true.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, that's what we've kind of settled into as a meta, I guess.
So the thing is, over on the west side now, so Eagle Shimakaze, even though he's low HP, he has the detection advantage over the other two destroyers there. Yes, the daring is full health. So it would be a question of if Eagle ends up catching him out. They get caught where Eagle, it's a surprise coming around a corner, so the daring doesn't get outlit initially. But wouldn't be surprised to see the Shimakaze back into the cap, try and flip it.
Well, you can see he's fixing to do just that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, but first a few torpedoes just in case, because why not? Nope. Okay, he's gonna pull forward, probably turn and then reverse. That's the smarter way to go in.
Because as it stands, I mean, there's just going to be lots of fire going in on Dimitri the Great's Ohio.
Yeah.
What's our next game, by the way? This one's going to go long.
Is it?
I don't know if it'll go really long.
They're gonna. I mean, the official stream is in here too. They're gonna hold it up.
Oh, sure. True. Yeah. And so at this point, you can see 07's final. Going to push the Ohio of Marin up through the middle, most likely. Just to kind of put more pressure on them, like get this Des Moines a bit uncomfortable. They are still down by the two caps, though that should change based on what happens on the west side of the map.
Yep.
Oof, Des Moines just got absolutely smashed.
That's what's going to happen. Taking Ohio to the face. Everybody's shooting. Looks like Ace Baby also shooting at him.
Absolutely.
Why not? It's free real estate.
So they've taken the entirety of the east side as well. And the Napoli's been zoned out of the entire map. So at this point, it's just closing in on the remaining ships.
Yep. Nice torpedoes by Shimakaze Turbofan, although he got detected by Dolphin Princess's radar just now. So Marin absolutely knows that there's torpedoes coming. You can see him turning and reacting to the spot, and he's probably going to tighten up his turn and hit the brakes, try to dodge some torpedoes.
Daring is elected to chase the Shimakaze at on the west cap as well.
That's a good point. I see that. Now, remember, they don't have the same views. Here's 07's view right now. They don't see the Daring yet. And then here's the Daring's view. Right? They see the Venezia.
Yeah.
And now they see Ace. So, let's get you guys all view again.
It was enough to get the Eagles out. To get Eagle out of that cap. Oh, geez.
You see it? You see it? Someone's not going to feel very comfortable in about 10 seconds.
Oh, he's stuck between an Ohio and a Moskva. Both of them are going to have his side.
Back up just a little bit so you guys can appreciate everybody else getting in on this as well. Here's the Salem coming around. Oh, he's even smoked up by Fries. Fries is like, we're taking no chances here. Smart play, and there he goes. So just like that, 07's up 2 ships now. Very convincing lead. As Maximus now at half health and continuing to drop. He's the new farm target. Looks like the Daring has decided he doesn't want to play an A after all. Well, at least he doesn't want to chase Eagle Lance Tsushima. Elgar, though, coming under some fire in the Venezia. Nice play by Turbofan Engine Shimakaze to prevent Maximus from being detected. Now, the key is that Maximus can't shoot. And he's got to hope that nothing can spot him from the side. But there's a Shimakaze there.
My price, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, that's not going to work.
Ace Baby did take 2 Daring Torps, and Eagle and the Shima have finally come together.
Yep. I did see that torpedoes were coming, but we wanted to follow that action over there.
Daring takes a really big Venezia salvo there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Shima goes down.
No, look at Eagle Lance wiggling that butt. He's fine.
Daring stopped shooting immediately.
Yep. And next salvo. Oh. So at this point, if you're Eagle Lance, you're probably like, I'm just gonna luck chuck and run.
John the Ruthless took a really big salvo, I'm pretty sure, from one of the Ohios.
Well, he does
but
have...
at this point, I mean, Maximus is going to go down. The hit points are not in favor for Magic whatsoever.
But look at the score too, though.
Yeah, and the score has been coming back, and this kill will flip it.
That will flip the lead. We have a lead change now. 07 in the lead.
And they're up by a cap as well. And there is no way Magic would get a cap back.
Yeah, Dimitri the Great is going to be unable to really do much from that position in the Ohio.
Turbofan's also radared in the middle right now. The Shimakaze,
Yep. Thanks for the catch. So 07 coming on strong on this battle here. And we just have this Napoli that's desperately trying to
A10.
Go to the next battle? I don't know.
He's been hitting the border long enough, he can't move at all anyway.
No, right. I love it. My phone just reminded me that the finals are today. Oh, thanks. I mean, it's just, okay. I mean, there's not much else to watch, really. I mean, this is pretty much it. Ace Baby taking...
Torp, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's just...
At this point in the match, it's just a question of kind of when it ends.
Yeah, who's going to die first? There it is. I was just going to say, him or the Venezia. It's definitely going to be the Ohio. So we'll park the camera here, get ourselves ready for our death pick. So Deadliest Idiot and others can be satisfied. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, 07. Swinging pretty hard early on there. I would say they weren't incredibly aggressive. They, did what they needed to do. So I'm going to ask chat once again if we want to stay or watch Smile versus -1S. Asia second, and Smile is CIS first. And
where's the official stream going?
They're going to go to Smile, and doing the other one. So let me.
We should stay on this match. I'd like to see 07 win. 07's a North American team.
Well, let's see if we can do this. I need to update. Next map is Islands of Ice. Okay. Go back to best of 3 there.
We finally arrived at a time where there's multiple games at once.
I know, right? I'm seeing 1 vote for Smile, 2 for 07. Okay, we are gonna stay. Are you okay with that, Toxic?
It's games to watch. Doesn't matter to me either way. I'm good with it. Everybody wants to see NA. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, we'll stay. Okay.
Also easier for us.
Oh, but I don't mind the work flipping back and forth.
My only concern is if all the games are being shown equally, and they probably are. There's a million streamers.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will stay.
Felt like a very, I would say, typical 07 game. Kind of the long, drawn-out grind and slowly taking map position.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, definitely expedited by the Torps. Landed on the Nevsky. That was probably the. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how the game would have gone had that not happened.
I don't know either. There's actually not that many people casting this game, dude. Look at this. There's only 6 spectators right now.
Jeez. We definitely stay.
Yeah. We definitely stay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do then. Gonna see if I can. Okay, I don't have the replay. That's okay. I'm gonna hit the bathroom for a sec. Toxic, would you mind just like telling people what we are accustomed, because I know a lot of people here aren't from NA or haven't seen 07 play a lot. So what kind of things can they expect to see from 07 moving forward? What things did we see that would be typical? Were there anything you saw that would not be typical? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Generally speaking, 07, and it heavily depends on the map. I will preface with this. A lot of the time you'll see Moskvas. You'll see kind of a slowly developing push along one side. There's a definite pacing, and it does catch them out at times. Where the push, it seems like all the time with 07, there's all the action happens towards the end of the game, like we were talking about before, and they are somewhat susceptible at times. Like there have been what happened in the finals of NA games was, say, destroyers take torpedoes or something interrupts the plant, and in particular, if the plan is interrupted by a destroyer going down, 07 at times has had issues coming back from that. And I mean, everybody does. If you lose your spotting on one side, but what you do is kind of a slow-paced move forward, kind of push the enemy out, take map control, seed map control early, and I wouldn't say gamble, because it's not really a gamble because it's planned, but let the battle develop in your favor by slowly pushing forward and trading with other people. It has at times bit them when something goes wrong.
Right.
But yeah, we'll typically see battleships shooting long range, battleships on very far flanks to shoot at cruisers behind maps, behind islands. Ooh, islands fight, another one we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And a curiosity of mine, so they actually banned Ragnar, which I found, because the thing was 07 was playing a lot of Ragnar. And they are the ones who banned it. So if I was another team who had been looking at like what did 07, like, right, if you're going to scout your opponents, you're like, oh look, 07 brings Ragnars all the time. Well, when 07 turns around and bans the ship they've been using, it would throw you off. Like, what?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Guys, we're going to do another set of pre-roll ads just to make sure you guys don't miss out on anything in the battle itself. All right, so here we go. Cool. We've got probably 2 minutes, I would say, before we get started.
Stack TV has it all this fall. The best dramas. The hottest reality. And the most compelling stories. It's one great show after another, streaming this fall on Stack TV.
In Civic Nation, yes is a word you hear a lot. And with the all-new 2022 Honda Civic, there's even more to say yes to. Say yes to a whole new generation of Civic.
We just have to, you know, watch the growing pains. My wife just left the house, so I'm wondering if it's time for some dirty water. It's 07, and typically I have dirty water when I'm casting it, but we're about to start, so I guess I won't have time for that sadness. Oh yeah, and there's a t-shirt you can buy.
Wait, there is?
Yes. Warshipsmerch.com, sir. You too can have the King of the Sea 13 logo on your front. That's your front, yeah. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the game hath begun. So let's put that out there so people are aware. And this is our chance to see 07 make it to the next stage. And if they manage to take down Magic. And I just realized I have to flip my spawns. Apologies, guys. All right. Toxic, why don't you take us in through 07's lineup?
Sure. 07 spawning on the north side of Islands of Ice, bringing Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Salem, Double Moskva, Gearing, Daring, and our first Vampire 2 of the day.
I've seen some people in chat saying, where's the Vampire 2? Well, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. We'll see if that works. Meanwhile, Magic is bringing Kremlin, Ohio, Des Moines, Double Napoli, Moskva, Daring, and Z52. They want all the Hydro.
And they're gonna have it. I mean,
but look at their play. They're moving straight for B right now. All three of those destroyers.
That is a bit curious. It looks like the the Darings might have assigned spots on the map because they crossed over each other, like they had places to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is your island, not the Daring's island.
No, this is our island.
Yeah. So what we've been seeing a lot of people do, and actually a shout out to BN, who are the ones who started it, using Vampire 2 to bring cruiser of some description to islands, like we're going to see the Vampire 2 do with the Moskva here. I've seen Minotaurs, I've seen Moskvas, I've seen Des Moines, all done this same way, bringing it along with the Vampire 2. And hey, it's Malta. We might see radar going up here as well.
Yep. And I mean, this is a very high risk, high reward kind of a strategy. We've seen Des Moines being smoked up like this.
Yeah.
The problem is once you get there, you're kind of stuck. So you have to hope that the enemy can't farm you out.
No,
from
and
that
the
position.
biggest concern that you generally have here is where the battleships are. Magic's Ohio isn't going to be a place to shoot, and it's just going to have there's just going to be shots from the Kremlin.
Yeah.
The Frice is currently lit.
He opened up fire.
Yeah, because he's been shooting.
Yeah, Malta radared.
Looks like Malta. So Malta just got lit now. He's in the Z's Hydro, but at this point, yeah, he's arrived. He's there.
He's safe. Brilliant play, and he even managed to get him with one salvo of HE cells,
so
just to be like, hi.
The early ship deployment worked out there.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Magic still does have the B cap, and it's not contested. There's no way, really, that Malta can contest that at this point.
No, and the big impact Malta's going to have is going to be on the west side of the map anyway.
Correct.
Especially with the way they have him facing. And actually, I'm curious, so Magic didn't send a destroyer to A at all?
Or C, because they all three went to B, and now they're moving the daring out. I think they're expecting to see the destroyers. There it is. I think they were expecting to see Frice come out, and he didn't. But now I'm pretty sure he's on Hydro.
Yeah.
From the Z52. I think he's close enough. Just
the
barely
Z
close
has
enough.
them both lit still, and they're getting hit by shots over the island.
Yep. So, bit of a mistake leaving Frice in that position. I mean, you knew Malta was going to be detected. But
yeah,
keep in mind, so the Vampire 2 has Crawling Smoke. It does not have a heal, though. It's kind of like a Daring in terms of guns and ship handling, but no heal, replaced by Crawling Smoke instead.
No, and at this point, all they can really do is wait for the Z's Hydra to go down.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it just... I kind of feel like they cheered too early that they managed to get Malta in with little to no damage. And Frice is like, Frice doesn't want to come out because he'll be farmed more, but he's being farmed anyway, so...
Yeah.
Just kind of feels bad a little here, I think.
I'm actually surprised that Des Moines of Magic was able to get where he did. Without taking more return. Now down goes Frice. So they got Malta an island, but it cost them a destroyer.
Yeah, that's right. That is unfortunate for them at this point.
That being said, on the west side, so Magic has that Des Moines behind that island, and he'll just get in a slap fight with the Moskva for a long time.
He's gonna be there for a long time.
Yeah, and RNG, whatever, depending, who knows who'll pick that up. I think in that case, probably the Moskva. The Eagle Lance currently spotted, I believe, by the Moskva's radar. That's why he was getting shot at by the Napoli.
I don't know why he chose to just go sideways like that to the Napoli. He had to have known there were shells coming. I'm sure he wants to get out of radar range, but I don't know that I agree with just sitting there and taking that salvo on the side. Regardless, he's out now, so whatever. And he does have a heal, so... 07 has 0 points gained, though. They have no cap ticks. They've lost a ship. Not looking good for 07 at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I mean, they will pick up Toe Puff at some point between the Des Moines slap fight. Magic's Daring went around the backside of the island, and he's now hydroed and radared, so he's just gonna take damage for that. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of that push was. Napoli and DM are both taking damage.
Yeah, well, that's what you expect. Marin.
What is the point of this Daring? Like, he pushed around the island. He's still lit. He was hydroed the whole way to get some single-fired torps off.
Yeah,
you're up a destroyer on that side of the map. It doesn't make sense to donate a destroyer in return.
I would agree with that. Well, maybe like on the other side with Eagle Lance, he thought he wanted to get out of here. And that's fine.
I mean, to be fair, it did get the pressure off of Topuff for a little while. He did get a heal off. Like that, I don't think that was the intent, but that's what happened. And again, look, the Z52, like, I don't. Malta's Hydra must have just gone down because the Z is not lit right now.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see Jake getting more involved here.
Yeah, I mean he's been getting shots in, but I agree he could be continuing to get shots in right now. There are torps heading his way, but there's no reason for him not to be shooting.
I mean, he's shooting at the Napoli, which I get, but like.
Yeah, it's about what he has shots at. Napoli torps.
But to me, the key is getting the other Des Moines off the board as quickly as possible. So.
Yeah, but with where he's at, Jake had shots earlier when the Des Moines backed up too far, but at that point it stopped, and the Des Moines got safe again. So now it's just back to a Des Moines and a Moscow trading with each other.
Yep.
And that's not a great fight for the Moscow, especially when there's a Napoli chiming in as well.
Yep. All right, so looks like Malta is once again working on the Des Moines, but
that was a pretty clever smoke right there. Although Jake could just radar and light him again, so the daring is now lit as well.
Did you just say radar? It's almost like, because as soon as that smoke came up, you're exactly right. That's absolutely what he did. And here he comes. No, he's gonna.
He may get a shot or two at the daring.
There it is. Yeah. Just poking his front.
Well, all this has been happening over on the eastern end of the map. 07 has pushed 3 ships. Is that where's Eagle? Okay, Eagle moved away.
Eagle moved to B.
They've got all 3 ships behind that island, and they still have the one daring just countercapping it.
Mm-hmm.
Malta's still getting shot at. A lot of torps heading at the Kremlin right now, though.
Yeah, Dmitry taking 1. That's 2. And then there's daring torpedoes coming in from Eagle Lance as well, but that won't matter.
Daring torps are going to miss. The bigger problem is all the shells coming in from his side now, because he's showing his side to 3 ships over on the eastern side.
Yep, and he's not even looking
sure
at
what
them.
The point of this push was.
I think they're maybe trying to get him behind Malta's Moskva. I think maybe they got so sick of it they want to get rid of it.
I mean, maybe, but
they I don't know. Technically, don't need to be doing this because they're up so much on points.
Yeah, you're up 400 points, and your Kremlin could just as easily back off and go somewhere else. Like the Z is currently getting shot because he decided to poke out and like spot Malta with Hydra or something. There's such a heavy focus on trying to do damage to Malta. I think it's hurting them elsewhere. Like they're setting their Ohio up. I mean, the Ohio is technically free to push. There's going to be gearing torps coming in from Pizza though, and probably daring torps. But again, the Kremlin, he's just going forward. Like he didn't stop either. He's just continuing.
And look at the Ohio is going forward too. Maximus.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I get that you want to get Malta off the board. Like, I understand that. But when it's going to cost you 1, maybe both battleships, a bunch of HP, like, it just doesn't make sense.
No.
You know,
I mean, I appreciate the aggression, but it's not needed right now.
No, I mean, if you're up by this margin, I think they were up on HP too until this, and the Kremlin just fired at Malta and missed.
And he bounced. He bounced off Malta's butt.
Yeah, like. The Ohio are gonna pick up the kill at least.
Malta's gonna try to use the. He's gonna use it. He's gonna use the Russian torpedo. Nope.
No. So yeah, they got Malta. Great. What did it cost them? Like
everything.
Through 2 battleships, the enemy team. You've got a bunch of low health cruisers, and again, what was the point of the aggression?
It wasn't necessary. Now it is necessary because they just lost. Well, they're about to lose the second ship, right? So
yes, they're still up a whole bunch of points, but it's not gonna make the difference.
No.
Sure, you pushed them back temporarily, but they've taken 07's taking a convincing hold on the eastern cap.
Right.
And I mean, at this point, you've got a Z52 gunboating in Ohio, and like You had two battleships. Now you don't.
Yeah, it is.
All to
I
kill a
mean,
Moskva.
still a possibility that 07 can lose. A lot's
What
gonna
I'd
have
like
to go.
what I'd like to see right now is just for Jake to just go
W.
and walk over the Napoli and the Des Moines.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's he afraid of now? There's no battleships.
no, there's nothing that can crossfire him at all.
As a matter of fact, it
And-
looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah. As soon as the Napoli got lit, I think it's one of those. It's time to go.
Yep. But I mean, this is that's gonna be it. So it's gonna be 07 moving on then, which means we'll be casting 07 again a little bit later as they face off against Band CV, otherwise known as TWA.
I mean, yeah, that's what I would think this game's end result would be.
Right.
But yeah,
A lot
I mean,
has
once
to go
the kills
wrong.
are secured on the eastern, once the kills are secured on the west side, then it's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, a lot has to go wrong basically for
Yes.
Magic to win and 07 to lose at this point. I just don't see it coming, but hey, it's Warships. Sometimes things can happen.
No, but with the two cruisers secured over on the eastern side, that's not going to happen. Western side, I'm bad at directions.
That's all good.
Yeah, I mean, 07 took the C cap and then they just sat on it because that's all they needed to do. And had things not gone, I'm just questioning again why Magic decided they needed to kill the Moskva so badly that they donated it wasn't just two battleships; it was two full health battleships.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what the logic behind just saying, you know what, the heck with it, we're just gonna kill this guy at all costs. And it cost them the game. Yeah, 07's gonna pick up the all three caps now, and we're just gonna watch the timer tick out most likely. Napoli's charging a Salem.
Why not? I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like if all of these ships did just that at the same time that the battleships pushed, maybe.
Yeah, because the thing was, it was just the battleships.
Yeah.
And then a daring just drove up in front of him. I mean, sure, he healed it off eventually, but had that engagement continued as it was, I think that Des Moines would have eventually killed Malta, just on his own. Yes, it would have taken another 3 or 4 minutes or more, but it probably would have happened eventually.
Right. And
you'd still
meanwhile,
have two battleships.
You'd still have two battleships. You'd still have the score advantage, all that stuff, right? Look at Elgar being like, "Can I get in on this?"
Napoli shot too far back, doesn't get Citadels.
Executed right there.
Yeah. Thou shalt not ram.
So at this point, 07 now commanding lead, has all three of the caps. Marin, that would be fine. He just narrowly dodges all these single fire torpedoes. Turbofan engine's going to go down here momentarily. There he goes. And I think they've said it's GG. They're all stopped here. There's your sportsmanship. They're like, we get it. Congratulations. Best of luck in King of the Sea.
Yeah.
I love this because we have another game to catch. So I'm letting them know our game's ending in 1 minute or less, depending on, well, how good 07's accuracy is. Because they're missing. Of course,
oh my god!
He did decide just to troll them a little bit with the reverse. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right. Well, congratulations.
Good classic come from behind win for 07. Nice.
Okay, now I need to I need to focus on this real quick. So while I'm doing that, would you mind kind of talking through that battle? What worked, what didn't? I mean, I think we kind of beat it to death already, I suppose.
Yeah, I can. Once it starts running, or if we have a replay or not. I mean,
we won't have time.
Early on, like, let's recap this. Early on, 07 was down a destroyer. Price died to get Malta to that island, and that seemed to bestow upon that island some sacred meaning, and they just had to get Malta off of it. But the fact of the matter was Malta would have died eventually, and if not, he would have just been spammed down. And Magic were out to a fairly convincing lead. 07 pushed up on the east side, took that cap, and eventually the Daring was just pushed off because there was a radar there and whatnot, and he was needed elsewhere. But from that point, I mean, Magic seeded the so the A cap was contested for a while, and I'm not sure it would have ever really flipped if the battleships had still been there, because if there was an Ohio there, because there was until he died.
Right.
Magic didn't have a destroyer there, but they could have easily brought one over there. Like the Daring that drove out 4 kilometers away from Malta could have just been over there to screen for torpedoes because there was a gearing. And it just turned into a game of throws after a while, which was kind of weird to see.
Yeah. It did feel kind of odd a little bit, huh?
That was definitely a call and a decision that was made. I'm just questioning why. Because I'm a competitive player, and when I see something like that, I'm like, what did it really accomplish? Because, yeah, there's an Moskva annoying you in the middle, but it's not locking down the entire game. He had shots over at your Des Moines had shots back at him. The Des Moines was dark.
Take a look at this. Hold on a sec, if you don't mind. Can we transition to something else real quick? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I thought you guys might want to see this. So, KSE has lost their first game against Shaft. Shaft looking very strong in Shaft versus Solo, and we cast them earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
We know Panzer IV is advancing. We saw them take out the PayPal enjoyers. Ban CV is coming up next. They will face 07. That has not updated yet, but it will. Smile has taken one game off of 1S. So we are on Northern Waters next. I have to update that because we are literally dropping in just a moment, I think. So, just FYI. So, Smile banning Nevsky, 1S banning Ragnar. So anyways, so that's that. We're on round 2. So let's go over to the maps here. So Smile taking north, which CIS always looks very strong on north battles. And so now we move to Northern Waters. Okay. I'm seeing some questions going on. We'll try to take a look at how things are going, but oh boy.
Where? Oh.
Yeah. Can you? I'm running a little bit low on energy. Do you mind if I stepped away for just a moment?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Hold down the board.
Yeah. Have you ever cast Smile or 1S at all? Well, we saw the 1S before, but.
I mean, I've only seen. I haven't cast internationals before, so I haven't seen Smile at all.
So,
other than clips.
how about this? Why don't you talk us through Northern Waters, what to expect to see, and I will be back as soon as possible.
Sure. So Northern Waters. Teams like playing this map a few different ways. In past years, there's been, and some NA teams like to push stuff down the one line. For a long time, there was this very heavy focus on getting a ship to the island at like A5, normally at Des Moines or something. And then there might be a Kremlin or something that would push from the opposite side on the one line. More recently, it's kind of transitioned into a lot more like destroyer play in the middle. People have been bringing there's all these places that are stereotypical parking spots for Moskvas and things. And I think people finally figured out you can just use Haragumos and things and like Ragnar and other boats. Ragnar's banned in this case. But there's all these boats that you can use to just farm a Moskva out really fast. And we saw quite a bit of that in the NA finals, a little bit of it in the EU finals.
there's also a trend for people to push like smoked up Nevskis, which are also banned in this case, up and down kind of the 9-10 lines. So a lot of people also like pushing a Hydro Destroyer up into B, and there's a lot of like back and forth that happens at B, and somebody might eat Torps, and that's been kind of a deciding factor at times. We'll kind of see what happens here. I'm curious to see what Smile does. I know they kind of have a reputation for running some interesting, like kind of off, kind of different strats that work, but it's kind of stuff that people don't expect. Northern Waters is the map where we get the really, really long-range battleship kills sometimes. We've seen like 32, 33, 34-kilometer battleship snipes on ships at islands from the other end of the world. There tends to be very heavy, like, and quick skirmishes in the center of the map, which is also fun. And we've also seen battleships get utterly obliterated by torpedoes, especially on the western side of the map, because there's a big open channel, and if the battleship gets caught by torps that happen to not be lit well, it happens. Not really, not at this time of the day. Dude, it's the morning. Wait, they can? I never knew that. I did. Oh, I did as well. I'm not a whiskey person, but I bet people who are watching are.
No, they have not found that one player yet. Player cannot log in. So we're good. Oh my god. Oh. So I got to eat a snack, and then I brought another snack in. I just want to share something that, personally, one of my favorite things is something that one of my viewers sent me. And I'm going to enjoy this in front of everybody because I can. And that would be, see if the camera can pick it up. Focus on that. There you go. Whitaker's chocolate. Thanks to Sergeant Sully for sending that towards me.
All right, now I'm hungry.
Milk chocolate with peanut butter and shied. Perfect.
Ah, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My go-to, so I love take fives, which are basically, so one of my favorite like salty snacks is the peanut butter filled like pretzel nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
And then a take five is just add chocolate to that.
Mm-hmm.
And a bit of caramel.
There you go. Well, our game has started. Perfect timing.
Whee!
All right, here we go. Let's see, who's on left? Smiles on left. Perfect. Okay. Default spawn. Yes, here we go. And I brought the good stuff upstairs too. So cheers, everyone.
And just to double check, this is Russia against Asia, number 2.
Yes. Right? Smile is #1 Russia or CIS, and -1S is Asia, number 2. What's their full name? Their full name is Cute Boys in Dresses. Why did I look that up? Okay, so Smile is choosing to bring Ohio, 2 of them. Napoli, 2 of them. Radar cruisers, 2 of them. See what I did there? Okay, Des Moines and Moskva for their other cruisers. And Daring, 2 of them. And then just a Marceau for their final pick.
And so we've actually seen 1S on this map before, on that side no less. They're bringing Ohio, Kremlin, DM, Napoli, Moskva, Daring, and again the triple Marceaus. And so last time, which it almost, looks like they might be doing again, they sent the 2 Marceaus to the west side and pushed them very heavily through the ACAP. They're sending the Daring up the middle, and they're sending other Marceau out to the flank. We did see them last time with Nevsky. Nevsky's banned this game. So it's going to be a bit of a little less smoke for them to use.
Right. Now, did it work last time?
Yeah, it worked against Bonks. Bonks didn't have they really just didn't have a response to it. The heavy push. They didn't have a whole lot of ships on the west, though. By contrast, Smile has a lot of ships going over there.
Yeah, they do. Lot of ships.
So 1S is most likely going to pick this cap up early. Meanwhile, Marceaus have found one another.
Yeah, this is the one where we saw that Marceau go all the way up the 10 line, and
yeah, he just didn't leave him alone. He just went after Daring the whole time.
Right. Yep. I remember that now. Sometimes, guys, the games kind of bleed together after a while. So
Ferry's going to come in and try and spot Roselia in time to prevent the actual cap from being taken.
Yeah.
There's the actual light. It's going to be in time.
Barely
so
in
if
time.
If that first valve hits, yeah.
That's perfect. I mean, Ferry lost some hit points to do it, but
yeah, that was very well timed. Also on the west side, meanwhile, the two Marceaus electing not to go north. I'm assuming one of them got lit. They decided there was a destroyer there, and they decided to leave. So
they both got lit because they're right next to each other, and we do see that dark exclamation point. So that means that they were lit at some point.
So the Des Moines from I was talking about this island where you were away. The Des Moines from 1S, generally people would bring a radar cruiser there or whatever with smoke, but so what 1S has done instead is push the DD kind of away with their own destroyers, but I'm not sure it's going to buy them enough time to actually pick the cap up. Meanwhile, in the middle, we've got Darings kind of fighting with each other. Meduzco is radared. Moskva's able to get shots over the island onto him too.
Yep. I mean, it won't do catastrophic damage.
Fire. But it's going to get relit because of the Daring.
Yep, and it's also going to convince Mizuko to get out of B, and that's going to allow for 1S to grab the B cap.
That being said, this Moskva positioning, he does another hit on him. Nice shot. Moskva's position, he does need to be careful though. That island is, again, there are these infamous islands kind of in the middle where things can go wrong. The Smile is actually pushing their Des Moines up with the Napoli in front of it right now down the 1 line. They've got a heavy focus fire going in on 1S's.
Yeah.
Oh,
saw that.
Salvo.
Yeah. Yeah. We spectated just a sec too later. Maybe was that from cross map, you think?
I don't believe so. I think it was
okay.
WCG Rider.
Yeah, we got to Rider just after each shot. I guess I did not see the shells in air. Apologies
now,
for
my
that,
question is, are we going to see the salvo coming in from the other Ohio? I don't know where he's looking right now. To finish off that Des Moines.
I mean,
Yep.
You have to know they called for cross shots.
There it is. You can see it coming through the. I think he's behind.
Yeah, he's behind. But regardless, I mean, Yehowa is going to have to just sit, but he can't because, oh, look, here comes a Des Moines and Napoli.
Oh, and the things that 1S has to contest that right now, I mean, they have the 2 Marceaus and the Ohio who are going to be forced to back off. So Smile's going to late push and take this island from 1S.
Mm-hmm.
They have an interesting Moskva position in the middle as well, kind of on the farther back island. It's a little more passive, but it's also quite a bit safer.
It's a lot safer, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of like that position that Stepan's in.
Marceaus need to be careful. So 1S's Marceaus do need to be careful. Yes, you can get damage and prevent them from pushing for too long, but you're also going to take damage, especially because the daring is keeping you spotted when you're shooting.
Right.
Daring even going to the effort of shooting and getting himself lit in the cap.
Because why not demonstrate that he's there?
Yeah, but that was, I don't get that.
Wargaming buff clanmates. Maybe he needs to buff himself. That hurts.
He needs to buff that one out, if anything.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was a bit bizarre.
Eesh.
He's not dead. I mean, I don't think the Des Moines has a radar for the next little while, but
that does slow down cap gain. That does. There it is. I was gonna say it damages their opportunities to use that daring later, as the radar is gonna cause. Here comes the next salvo right now. I don't think they're gonna get A. There's the decap. So Smile will not capture A. They probably will get away. I think clanmates will get out of it. Meanwhile, Yahuwah is now back at 12,500 and he can heal again.
This Torp's gonna hit the Ohio?
Yep. 2.
Okay, that's not that bad.
No. Now, what is bad is that the Ohio might get a shot soon on the Napoli. He just took it.
Yeah. And as is typical, nothing happened.
It's like, you know, we go and we like to follow shells sometimes.
And it doesn't happen.
You know, yeah.
That being said, at the moment, 1S has a fairly convincing hold over the entire east side of the map. And that's bad.
Here we go.
Ran into the Marceau at very close range. Sure, the daring is going to go dark because he's smoked, but the Marceau is going to keep shooting him.
French radar.
Would not be surprised if the daring goes down, but the Marceau might as well. Oh, he's still returning fire.
Daring's got a friend, but yeah, he shouldn't be shooting here. This is a mistake.
I don't honestly, given the caliber of players, I don't think it would have mattered. You can track targets in a smoke anyway. So 1S again picking another one up. The Marceau does get down, but and they do so now. The daring is going to have to be careful because there's a Moskva and a Marceau coming toward him.
Oh yeah, and BCAP absolutely.
Yeah.
Napoli continuing to get smacked a little bit.
DM's taking quite a bit of damage again.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's down at 9,000 again. He's healing again though. Maybe? No.
Yeah, there's only so many places he can go. Although the Ohio's spotter plane is down right now, but I think he's still sending shots across the map.
Yeah, he took some hits again.
So that DM, I've played that island. It sucks.
I have too. Why is he
just sit there and you get shot at by everybody?
I disagree with the decision to pull out like this and get shot at.
Yeah, I'm not convinced why he's doing that either. I mean, there is an Ohio pushing around behind him, and there's a daring that can shoot him in the rear. But like, as far as buying time,
he's got to heal up. Speaking of buying time, it's just ridiculous.
I'm a little bit surprised he's shooting AP. Like, ammo choice isn't that big a deal, and with the Napoli turning out a bit more, the AP makes more sense. But again, it's not doing that much damage per salvo. He's doing like 500 damage most of these shots.
Now the Napoli's
healing. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes down here.
There it is.
I don't think the Napoli's going to go down either. So Smile picks up A. They've got their Ohio pushing through it. He's going to just push toward the 2 Marceaus, the other Ohio, and kind of just be the strong guy in the middle.
Look at the daring Marceau all shooting at Ryder in the Ohio right now.
Oh, absolutely. Because so Ryder's going to go to there's a spot you can kind of dip into behind that island that's safe from most of the map.
Right here.
And once he's there, it's very, very hard to dig him out. Sure, the Napoli went down very low, but he didn't die.
Yep, and that's huge.
So, I mean, well, Smile's down 400 points right now. At a certain point, I'm actually curious why the Marceaus are still shooting.
Well, Munan stopped. He was shooting until he got slapped, and then he's like, maybe I should stop.
And so the issue that 1S is going to have here when Smile push back in, because it's what they're doing. Ohio's pushing, Napoli's pushing. Like, you can look across the map. Every single one of Smile is nose in.
Right.
They're going to pick up B with the Marceau. Daring's coming over to help. They've got two very healthy destroyers left. 1S does not. They have a beat-up Marceau and a Daring on about half health with a Moskva behind him. Kremlin just took a big hit, too.
Yeah, I was going to say. Let's take a look at that fight.
So this might be a case of Kremlin's overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hold the cap, right? He's trying to prevent anybody from going into B and feeling comfortable doing so, and also have an angle on the Napoli's position.
Speaking of which, Daring in the middle is now lit. I'm pretty sure he's radared.
That's probably going to take him out.
Oh, absolutely. And the only thing that Smoke did is stop him from seeing the other guys who were shooting him, so the trades aren't even going to be that great.
Nope. There he goes.
And that'll get Smile the B cap. 300 points now separate the two teams. Smile is ahead by a fair amount of HP.
Yeah, and 1S is not gaining any cap points now.
No, so now you've got two Napolis kind of slapping at each other over on the 10 line.
Yep.
1S has to make sure he doesn't poke out in front of the Ohio more. Ooh, Ohio took a big hit from the Kremlin too.
I saw that.
The battleship slap fight continues. Smile might lose the Napoli over there, actually.
They, in theory, should. I mean, the health point differential is huge. And I don't know why Zidrin is just stopped there, bow in like that.
I don't know.
Schlachstiff needs to pull forward, though, and around at this point. He's dark. If he's got smoke, this is actually a really good opportunity to push, but I don't think he does.
I'm pretty sure the Smile Ohio just took Torps as well on the other side. He lost a decent amount of HP there, just behind an island. I saw one of the Marceaus launch them early on.
Yeah.
No, so again, we've got the battle in the middle. Kremlin takes another big hit from the Ohio.
Yeah. And decent chunk in return, but yeah, he's got hit W. He should have hit W a while ago.
And the Napoli didn't die either.
No.
I think he even got safe behind the island.
Yeah, that's unfortunate seeing the Kremlin die like that.
Yeah, and so the health point's coming back toward, or the cap point's coming back towards Smile again. Moskva's position in the middle is now going to be tenuous. It's got all these ships that are able to shoot at him. I think there's 4 ships shooting at him in the Marceau.
Yeah.
And they're going to back the Ohio up and make it 5.
Yeah, I really think that the Napoli Schlachstiff here should have turned north. And even though it exposes him to the Ohio, he's got to go and kill that Napoli up to the north.
Yeah, and I mean, Ohio as well. Like, the Marceaus are going to chip in as well to help on the Ohio, but...
Hey, he took a Napoli torp.
Yeah, he did.
But this is pretty much going to be all over now. I don't see a way back in for 1S, which is unfortunate because I was really hoping for a game 3.
Yeah, true. We haven't had a lot of those.
We haven't had any of them. And goodbye, Ohio.
Does land even more damage on the Marceaus, though. Like,
yeah.
Every Smile has made 1S pay for every single bit of HP.
That's right, they have.
And even though the game is very good, it's still pretty close.
Yes, it is. And look at the health differential, too, even. I mean,
it's come back substantially.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious what's happening with Corey Hana's Ohio right now. I
I think he's been so the Des Moines. I think has been shooting him over the island.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to get into A.
Yeah.
At least slow down the point bleed.
The problem right now is that 1S is essentially just a couple Marceaus, and they're radared right now.
Yeah. And this Napoli, okay. Let's try to back up so we can catch. There goes one of them. Let's get down close and see the other one.
I mean, he's nose in. The thing is, they had to make a play, but
yeah.
with the radar there and the Musk still being alive, it was just that was going to be the outcome every time.
Absolutely.
Slappilies continue.
Slappily.
300. Hey! There he goes. Secondary kill, no less. He's going to come under fire from the Moskva and everybody else in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This game's over. It's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Konhana getting farmed. He's going out next. That'll speed up the ending of the game.
Absolutely.
Oh, KSC taken out 2-0.
Dead.
So, only chance
only
for NA
07 remains for
is
NA.
07. Yep. Oh, look at that. Here we go. The grab ass is being played. I love it. Why not? You got nothing else to do for like another, what, minute or two before your points tick over?
What are they doing?
The Des Moines is shooting the Ohio over to A.
Oh.
'Cause why not?
Yeah.
God, I remember when team damage was still a thing, and remember that Toxic? We used to do some team killing and clan battles.
Oh, all the time. You were low health. You were no health.
Dodge. Oh, those were the days.
Is that a steel camo Napoli? It wouldn't surprise me.
A lot of players have been using steel camo because these are press accounts.
Yeah.
So, why not blow the steel? Of course, the question becomes, does that make it into Wargaming's data polls that, hey, X number of players have bought steel camos?
Hey, man, we'll use those depth charges.
There you go. Oh, goodness. And that's going to be the end of that game?
Absolutely. With that, there's only 07 TWA left.
That's correct. So, congratulations to Smile. And since that's the only one left, that means stick around. We're not going anywhere, I think. And there we go. Apparently...
Oh, man. Shaft
Yeah.
versus KSC was a wipeout.
That's what I'm reading about, too.
They got 9-0'd. Nobody died on Shaft.
Ouch. I mean, look at this, guys. We're gonna switch over to the tournament page and just take a look at this. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0.
Can we have a game 3, please?
This stream is supposed to go. What time is it supposed to go till? Am I looking at that right? 12:50. So an hour and a half from now. I don't think it's gonna happen unless yeah. So. Oh well. Alright, who am I looking for? Okay. Let's get into the training room, assuming it's back up. It's not. Okay. Wow. Alright. Tons of replays flying. So that game isn't scheduled to begin until... Oh wait, I have to do it with my other sheet, because the other one is just a, I don't know, off by 10. 1640, so it's... Okay, 13 minutes. I would hope that they would bump things up a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Oh, guys, I hope you're having a good time watching the coverage today. Thank you all for being here again. Really appreciate it. Lots of fun. Had by all. And I'm debating whether or not to continue streaming after King of the Sea is done for a little bit. Chat, I'd like to hear your responses. I'll wait till it catches up. But I'd love to know from you if you want me to keep streaming or not. I would do some replay analysis, hang out. Toxic, you'd be welcome to hang if you want.
Yeah.
Although you're probably pretty damn tired.
I mean, I'm alright.
You alright? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just... I'm catching up on drama. Woohoo!
Oh, really?
We got some drama this time.
Can you share the drama or no?
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to further rumors.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you can see it in COTS, Discord, general chat, etc.
Oh. Oh. Okay, well. I mean, this is a tournament. It's for money, so of course that's important, but at the end of the day, it's a tournament.
Yeah, and it's a tournament that's being streamed, and... Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, whatever, guys. I mean...
Yeah.
It is what it is, so...
It'll get figured out by organizers and whatever, and...
Yep. Yep.
It's the reason they have these streams so tightly controlled.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not even gonna speak about the RTMP stream I have because I know that I have a unique link. Like, these are not.
Yes.
Other people had mine, I would get in trouble.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, we do the best that we can to, you know, ensure proper sportsmanship and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, and fortunately these occurrences have happened before.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, it'll get handled by people. Decisions will be made. We don't have to care about it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those. With any, like you said, with any competitive thing, yeah, you're gonna see stuff like this.
Especially if it's for money. You know, I mean, some of it's founded, some of it isn't. So, you know, that's all you can say. That's all you can do. It's just whatever.
Especially when it's a specific currency, because that currency translates differently depending on exchange rates.
Huh. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. In the meantime, guys, we're waiting just a little bit for our vote ban stuff.
Cool Hand brings up a good point. This is going so quickly, we might not get the Twitch drops.
Well, that's why I was thinking about sticking around.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have... Okay, so we do have information for this game. Alright, ship bans. Marceau and Ragnar. Surprise, no one.
7 again banning Ragnar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Warrior's Path is the first map. Trap is going to be the second, and Northern Waters will be the third. So let me fix that since we're I had just put in temporarily that both parties decided to ban the Plymouth. Let that settle in for a sec. Plymouth. Ah. Goodness gracious. Where's my tournament page? There it is. So tournament's been filled in just a little bit as a reminder. Tomorrow you will see Shaft versus VOR. You will see Smile versus whoever wins this match that we're about to bring to you. And then from there, you'll see the third place match and you'll see the final. You'll see that on here. You'll see that on a few others. Thank you very much, Wargaming, for giving me the ability to come in as one of the streamers allowed into a spectator slot, which means I'm able to run the camera the way that I would prefer, and we don't have to worry about any feeds or anything like that. We did that once. Once was enough.
Yeah.
Right? Like now let's get to the good stuff. So. And all of those matches will be cast on stream, by the way, because there's no reason to have any of those missed at all. So
There's going to be about 1,000 streams you can see these on.
There will be quite a few, yes, in all sorts of different languages too, which is really cool.
And all sorts of different cameras.
Right. Give me a second. I'm just poking the dinosaur because it's fun. All right. Well, what time is it supposed to begin? 40. Got 5 more minutes. I will need to do a pre-roll ad. I want to make sure that you guys don't get stuck watching ads during this. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a 1.5 minute ad right now. Ads, of course, they support the stream a little bit, of course, that's nice. But the big thing for me is I don't want you guys being stuck watching an ad. I don't want other players that are trying to come in to get stuck watching an ad. The thing is, if we do an ad before the game starts, if people come in during the game, they won't see an ad at all. So your sacrifice protects other people from having to see all that kind of stuff. So, we'll see what happens. But in any case, feel free to turn it down or whatever. Let us know in chat what kind of ads you get. It's always fun. And here we go. Yeah, Papa Smurf. Wife is out tonight? Stream on. She just got home.
Stack TV has it all this fall. The best dramas. The hottest reality. And the most compelling stories. It's one great show after another, streaming this fall on Stack TV.
In Civic Nation, yes is a word you hear a lot. And with the all-new 2022 Honda Civic, there's even more to say yes to. Say yes to a whole new generation of Civic.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, okay. Where are we at? We're still waiting on the other team from arriving. We see the first player from Band CV coming in. So let's take a look at the tournament page, and let's take a look. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm just going to do this quickly on the fly. Because I can. Is that our game that we just cast? That's the game we just cast, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk through, go right ahead. And I can join you, of course, because I'm here too.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Too many texts. I think for me, 1S's Marceau positioning, I think they could have done more earlier on.
Yeah.
I know the Napoli and Des Moines weren't, that threat wasn't identified all that quickly. And because of that, the Des Moines ended up eating a huge salvo from the Ohio because he had to push across uncontested. And then it just turned into the farm game as usual on the west side. The Marceaus kind of contributed, but not really. The thing is, Smile did lose their daring here. But at that point, both of the Marceaus from 1S just kind of sat on the one line. I know they were shooting at the Napoli, like they're trying to farm something out, but it's running away. Maybe a move towards the middle earlier on, something of that nature, because the Des Moines was going to go down anyway. And then you're going to get pinched in on your Moskva and whatever else you have down there. Your daring is going to get run over. And it just kind of turned into a Smile kind of came back to the middle a long time before 1S. They just, as soon as they won the west side, they went, okay, we go middle now. And they just progressively took out one ship at a time. I mean, you can even see it on the minimap. Like, 1S more or less sent one ship at a time towards them. And over time, it just ended up in all of them dying. Like, Moskva died, the Marceau died, then the other Marceaus. I mean, at this point, the game was over already. But Smile just like isolated HP. They had distinctly small fights. It wasn't anything huge. And that big hit on the Des Moines early on cost 1S a lot. The Ohio salvo did a lot of damage, but I'm not sure. It's like if the Des Moines had still been on an island, he would have died eventually to the Ohio pushing through anyway. But it might have caught them up for longer. Would it have made a difference in the end? No, I don't think so, because of the plays that happened in B. Smile's rotations back through and picking up ships and radars, getting destroyers caught out. It seems like every time somebody tries to sail east-west in the B cap in a destroyer, there's a radar there and they die because there's another destroyer just waiting to shoot at them.
Yeah. All right, well, we're still waiting for players to come in, so I guess we are starting a little bit late now. $16:40 UTC. What's current time UTC?
16:40.
Okay. All right, that's it. Disqualified.
That'd be amazing. DQ next.
There's your drama.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh God. Sorry, I walked away for a second. I wanted to grab Stevie, so I got him on my lap now. He likes to sleep after having food, and I don't think he's used to me being home right now, so here he is. But anyway, let's take a look. This is Band CV TWA, so let's take a look at TWA's path to progress here. They defeated Surrey 4, they defeated Paid, they defeated Wargaming Pay to Win, and then of course they defeated Shaft. And I think they went 3-0 if I remember right. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, they went 3-0. So that's how Band CV managed to get to this stage of the tournament. Now, of course, their opponent, 07, had a bit of a different experience. having knocked out each team. They were the first seeded team, and got upset in the grand final. So of course, 07 is looking for payback. They are looking to say something back about them being the last hope for NA, all that good stuff. And we'll have to see what happens. I think this series is going to be interesting. 07 has played Ban CV before.
I hope it's interesting. Come on, give us some down to the wire. Game 3, 900 points apiece.
I have a feeling we're going to get that, so be careful what you wish for, my dude.
I mean, why be careful? I want it.
We all do. We all
Make
do.
it
Teams are both readying up, guys. It's getting ready. We're starting soon. .tm. I mean, Stevie's gonna have to get off my lap, or he can stay. Maybe he can stay. And one person is leaving, is missing now from Ban CV. Angel Stone.
Ah, familiar names.
Yeah.
I know everybody on this team. Pretty much do.
Yep, there he is. All right. I think, guys, we're gonna start soon here. About to go. Maybe not. Ban CV stating that they are ready. 07 stating that they are ready. Here we go.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. Button pressed. Second button pressed. Let's go.
Oh.
This is also a best of 3.
Yeah, no best of 5 still tomorrow.
Correct. Only one best of 5 tomorrow. That will be the finals. Everything else is best of 3. All right. Do I have it reversed? I do. Sorry, guys. Let me fix that.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait, that didn't look right. All right, so I guess I'll start us off with 07. We've got ourselves in Ohio, a Kremlin, Des Moines, Double Nevsky, Moskva, Double Daring, and a Yu Yang. How cool is that?
A Yu Yang. Wow.
Wow.
On the side of Ban CV, Ohio Kremlin, double Moskvas, double Nevskys, double Gearings, Daring. Do you think they're gonna run the same thing on both sides or not, though?
That's the question. As you can see, there's some ships that are kind of maneuvering. So no, I don't think they are.
Nope, they're not.
Gonna look a little bit different. Now the question is that Yu Yang smoke or radar? Considering the fact that there are 2 Nevskys he's forming up with, he's definitely
I would
smoke.
say he's a smoke boy.
Absolutely smoke boy. Eagle Lance and the Daring going for the cheeky quick cap on Bravo.
I don't think there's going to be anything there to even remotely contest it
No.
from Ban CV. They've got a plan and they're going with it.
That's right. I mean, if IKEA had gone straight into B or straight for B, he probably would have gotten in range to radar, but who's going to have shots, blah, blah, blah.
At a certain point, it's a single cap in a game, and you risk having a ship get stuck in it for most of the game if you leave it there. So.
Exactly. Exactamundo. So, Daring's gonna get in, no problemo. Oh, look at that. Kaitis actually turning northward now, heading towards B-Cap. He's gonna radar. Yep. There's the radar.
And to absolutely nobody's surprise, the Daring is over there. Although I'm pretty sure he's going to be getting cross-shot by at least 1 or 2 ships.
Angel Stone firing with his Ohio guns. They come very close to hitting.
Yeah, I
think Eagle Lance will be safe. I don't think the Nevsky can find shots onto that. I don't think the Nevsky wants to get spotted right now anyway.
No. Now, Ocean Man, otherwise
More
known as-
concerned, yeah. I was gonna say I would be more concerned with Jake being lit right now. Not
Yeah.
sure anybody can lob onto him, but he's certainly lit to get shot at.
Yep. Well, it does also allow for the enemy team, for Band CV to know where Ocean Man is, which is important intelligence early on in the battle.
So Band CV actually getting fairly aggressive there. They pushed the Moskva up all the way, like
I see
into
that.
the cap to contest it immediately, and it looks like Points Kremlin might just be coming right behind him, not giving 07 a chance to even get into order if you just drive right onto them. Yeah, we've got mirrored smoke blobs on the east end of the map. West side, not so much.
Yeah, East Side is just very, very passive. Now, 07 lost first place, I guess you could say, on this map. Pieces of Pizza was in a Shimakaze, took a random torpedo from a KSC destroyer right here, died.
Yeah.
And that caused the whole collapse, and 07 was taken out.
A lot of torps going to work Pieces of Pizza right now.
He's in a daring. He'll be okay.
Yeah, just I think some of them ran out anyway. So
yeah, he's got Hydra going, so he detected him.
Yeah. So right now, both teams are just kind of jockeying for position a little bit.
Yeah. Yep, we're not going to see too much going on.
Conlay's radar goes up. Moskva in the center. I don't think it's lighting anything that wasn't already spotted, though.
No. Maybe
this is going to be a tough game, but 07, they're holding up. Starting off well.
Yeah, he's shooting at Ace. Ace is seeing the shells. He's turning. Still takes a decent chunk.
That wasn't a Citadel, but it certainly looked like one.
Yeah, it looked painful.
Yeah. So meanwhile, radar going up as well from, I think that's Malta. Yeah. It's gonna spot Shriver's daring, but it's not gonna prevent them from picking. It's not gonna prevent Band CV from picking the cap up right now.
No.
And so.
Now Band CV is the only team ticking up points. They will soon catch up to 07 and take the lead.
Ace took another really big hit there. So what's going to happen right now is 07's trying to farm out Anlay a bit. They're pushing the Yu Yang up with the two Nevskys in the smoke, but Anlay, for now at least, just pulled back far enough behind that island that he can just be safe.
Yep. And you can see
so
the 07
what 07 needs to be careful about as well is getting far enough that Frice ends up in, say, the Nevsky's radar range. They're significantly far apart right now, but you can see Deepwater Torps going in towards him at the moment.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with Blood Legend here. He's going to be fine.
The return salvo from Vilux, yeah.
Yeah, Vilux is scaring, yep.
Frice will be okay as well.
And that's the big thing about this engagement is that the gearing can hit any ship, and Frice can only hit the Nevsky.
Nice. So John made the turnout, and I think Algar is going to be safe as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take him a little while to get turned around because of that.
Well, and that's what I was just going to say. Yeah, the torpedo salvo there did cause them to split up just a little bit, and the strength of the Death Snail is always when you hold together.
I'm curious where they're going to put the next smoke. I think they're going to continue down that western line. Oh, somebody's lit firing. Nevsky got lit.
Yep. Blood Legend detected. Ace Baby shooting. Let's follow these shells.
So Band CV has pushed 07 away from the western cap.
Yep.
They are now ticking a cap between Daring, Moscow, and Ohio. They're facing a higher. They're facing 4 ships. It's 3 versus 4. And they're just going to have to back off. I mean, Gearing's going to smoke the Nevsky up again. He's going to continue farming whatever. Radar going up. There's Frice getting lit. Blood Legend's got his radar running.
Yep. Yep, but he doesn't really have much to do with his guns. I mean, he kind of did it at a bad time where he's turning his turrets around. So that's not going to do a ton of damage to Fryce.
Yeah.
But they're just going to sit there and just keep chomping away. Question's going to be, is Ace going to be able to get
Eagle's finally, it's gotten to the point where the Kremlin of Point has forced Eagle around the island to where Ban CV can actually push up and start getting shots over the island onto him.
Yep, I see that. So far, Eagle's holding okay, but that's not going to be for a lot longer. And the Kremlin's position, Point's position, also prevents Ace Baby from coming around that corner. I mean, he does want to cap it if he can, anyways, before he goes and gets shot at and decapped.
It even locks down Ocean Man, too. Behind the island, he can't come out anymore because there's a Kremlin in front of him.
That's right.
Price keeping on late lit again. Nevsky's getting some more shells over the island. I wouldn't be surprised to see Crossfire coming in from a battleship on the western side of the map, but a lot of Torps also there.
It does kind of feel like something needs to be happening out west, and it's not. You can see that 07 is turning their ships around. They are starting to head back towards A now.
Yeah, and I mean, Blood Legend actually took a bunch of damage. Not entirely sure how. But yeah, at this point, I mean, one cap's been ticking. Hit point pools are fairly similar. Eagle's going to continue to get squeezed, though.
Ace got pushed out of C-Cap. That's unfortunate for 07. They're not able to... oh, never mind. They capped it.
They want the cap.
Yeah.
The bigger issue is going to be so Shriver is going to be able to just... Again, one little bit at a time. Fryce's radar again, I believe. One little bit at a time, the positions are slowly just creeping around. So to the point where Eagle might start getting shot at. He's going to be forced out to just drop Torps at something. And 07's definitely losing HP trades.
Yeah, Pizza took a lot
turned
of hit.
around, but now he's nose into 4 ships, so he's going to get focused down really hard.
And he's already quite low.
Yeah, I think the issue is maybe you just got too far away from the cap. And again, when you're facing another team that's very reserved, they're just making their plays. They're not getting crazy. When you get too far away, or you're forced to kite too far away, you end up getting you're the ones who have to react. And if you react indifferently, if you look at the map, the Moscow was nose in, the Ohio was not. Daring left. So basically go nose in and fight, and he was on his own.
Yep. So at that point, it's just a question of how long before he dies.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ban CV's next move be to come around and pick up Eagle Lance. He is poking around the island with single file Torps right now.
I mean, they might as well at this point.
Yeah.
What's stopping them?
They need something to happen. But the Moskva can just pull forward, and Eagle's getting shot in the back by another Daring.
Yep. So all those torpedoes are going to miss, and he might have actually screwed up Pieces of Pizza's torpedo salvo too. Oh, look, the Kremlin's trade.
Kremlin's trade.
What do you know? They met in the channel. Yeah, see, Eagle's torpedoes actually forced Kaitis to move forward and miss out on Pieces of Pizza's torpedo salvo. Here's another salvo that just expertly dodged here. Eagle Lance is in trouble.
Eagle continues to just take damage. I mean, he's got the Daring shooting at him. He's probably got the Ohio shooting at him.
Yeah.
All 07 have right now in this case is Marin shooting very long range across the map.
Yep.
Trying to put this Moscow down, but he misses.
Yeah. It's all, I don't see an easy way back in this game for 07. What do you think?
No, and I think Kaitis is going to go down. Whether it be to the Nevskys shooting him or Jake driving around. Kind of surprised at this point that Ocean Man hasn't just kind of come in to bare knuckle fight it,
Well, we talked about that at the Islands of Ice game earlier. It just felt like he stayed too long in that position.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he's full HP. There's 2 Moskvas there, just do it.
Hit W and pray, because Marin is being farmed.
mean, sure, between Marin and the Nevskis, the Moskva will go down eventually.
Yep.
But for now, I mean, Blood Legend is low. The gearing value can't. Or that's actually the other one. M brand.
Ruthless got smacked. John the Ruthless, I should say.
Getting crossfired between multiple ships.
Yeah.
Giving more of his side to the Nevsky as well.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
Yeah, so again, I mean, the Moskva in the middle is alive. And I think he pulled off a heal as well. So
yeah.
I'm curious what the plan with the Divine is at this point. Because there's a radar going up. It's going to spot all of those 7 at this point.
And he was just starting to move forward too, and now he got detected.
Now, right when he does, there's torpedoes, there's an Ohio. Like, Van CV's had enough time to get in position, get ready for it, etc. Like,
right.
This push could have happened 2 or 3 minutes ago, maybe even longer.
Right. And it would have felt like something had happened as opposed to you're just sitting there saying, "Come on."
Yeah, and at this point now, there's an Ohio in front of you to just end you.
Yep. Marin goes down. Where'd he go? Over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And there goes John the Ruthless. Overall, it just felt like Ban CV had far better board positioning, and they weren't afraid to use it.
And I think 07, when they did make the reaction, they made it kind of piecemeal, at least on the West.
Yep.
Alta was nose in, everybody else wasn't. Kind of feel bad for that. And yeah, I mean, the salvo from Ocean Man doesn't get the kill on the Moskva. He's gonna need another set.
Moskva's healing. Elgar takes a big hit.
Should have shot in the rear there.
977 in healing still. There he goes.
Shooting a superstructure. Hey, they got Moskva. So now he's right next to an Ohio, which is a kind of foregone conclusion.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it never really felt like 07 was in charge of this game at any point.
I did like the initial decision to send the destroyer into B, but then after that, I feel like they just kind of got stuck.
Yeah, so the problem is the Moskva moving up ended up just getting the destroyer stuck. There were times where Eagle wasn't lit, but it looked like they said stay in the cap because we need the points. So there was a point where he could have gotten out and gone somewhere else, but he didn't.
Nope.
And then he eventually got encircled because the west side falling let Ban CV push up the kind of 3-4 line and get shots into him. They also brought their Ohio through the center because there was no point in chasing the Ohio at the other end of the map.
Yep.
Will they pick up Schreiber? I don't think so.
I mean, he's not detected.
No.
He's just kind of sailing away, so... Yeah, this game really belonged to TWA. They did a really nice job. Frice is going to go down here. Let's see if I'm getting ready for the death pick. And there it is.
Shot up in the air.
Oh, goodness gracious. That was great. All right. Well, Ban CV is our first winner. We're going to move on to Trap next. So congratulations to Ban CV for their first win.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I'm really hoping that we can get ourselves that 07 come back. Simply because I want a game 3. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Also, let's look at the finals. We've got let me refresh the page. It still hasn't been updated. But we've got Shaft in. Shaft was EU. Vor is Asia. Smile is CIS. So the question is, will there be 2 EU teams tomorrow, or will there be one of each tomorrow?
So is this, if we're looking at the first place teams from each region, Smile 1-2-0, Ban CV is, well, we're currently 1. Boar won 2-0, and KSC got 0-2'd.
Right. Right. So, you know, feels bad, but hey, I mean, it's a tournament, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up next, we got Trap. And look, check this out, guys. Stevie is still on my lap. He was on my lap the whole last battle. Getting fur and dander all over me. But you know, it's fun. And my clothes. Oh well. Gonna be a few minutes in between battles, as always. I've got a couple of moments to check on my Stream Raiders quests. Lol. Archers. I haven't dropped any archers. I need to drop archers. Oh, that's why. Fix that. So this is a boss fight, and whoever wins that gets a special prize. Oh, goodness. Ban CV predicted to win at 75% over 07. All right. Still waiting on a couple of things in between battles, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, teams do get a maximum of 10 minutes between battles. They can elect to take that break, or they can choose to start it sooner. After that game, I have a feeling that 07 needs a little bit of time to talk through things. And I wouldn't blame them for taking the full 10 minutes at this point. What do you think, Toxic?
I think they're going to take a little bit of a time just to kind of collect themselves. If I know anything, they'd kind of sit down and say, hey, what? Like, clear your heads, whatever. Got another game to play.
Right. Right.
I mean, sometimes you do just get outplayed by the other team. That happens. They have a better plan. They have a better strategy. You get caught out by something. And just over time, it just pushed 07 back.
Right.
And yeah, as we were saying before, I don't know if it would have mattered, but the Des Moines, like
Ocean Man?
Jake's, I'm curious why Jake didn't move up sooner. There was a long time where that could have happened, and then by the time it did happen, the Ohio was there, the Daring was there, the Moskva was gone. Because the Kremlin had died a long time before that. At that point,
Right. No, that's interesting because my stream was heavily biased. It looks like 07 the favored to win.
we're an NA stream. I mean, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, frankly, we're in an English speaking stream because I'm the only English speaking person to have been granted a spectator slot. So,
right.
While I hail from North America, I'm here to represent all you English speaking people, including your British people. So
Yeah, I'm
it's
half
all
British.
good.
I should be offended.
There you go. Well, only half offended.
Yeah, yeah. But that half also doesn't care, so not offended.
I was just gonna say, is it the half that matters?
I'm hearing Jake actually did get stuck. That was underwater terrain striking again.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yep.
I really hate when that happens. That happened to me before too.
Oh, and it's always Warrior's path through those channels, you know?
Underwater worlds, like here. Stay.
There was that bit on the Kremlin. There were Kremlins getting stuck in the middle of F7.
Mhm.
That was last COTS, yeah. People hitting underwater islands and just getting jammed in the middle of the channel and stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it threw a game or two on EU.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, hey, islands are perfectly finished, guys. TM.
Yeah. Well, we got our replay up and running, and yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, there's the early
thing that happened was East wasn't very productive for 07. Like the traditional goal would be to farm out like Onlay, but he pulled way back.
Yeah.
And Marin, so there are places you can be in a battleship on the west side of this map that you can shoot Onlay. Like there are crossfires, and Marin just wasn't there.
Yeah. And 07 knows those positions too.
They should.
Yeah.
But then the unfortunate part is, so the daring got called off to go back, and I'm not sure what he would have done in the middle is the thing. Like, go shoot the Moskva. It didn't seem like a very good plan.
Right.
I think the other thing that happened is the Kremlin actually backed up and got a side shot on Malta. That was the big initial hit, and then he just drove forward and ran the other Kremlin because why not?
Right.
You can see, yeah, you can see the island. That's what actually happened, apparently. The island reached out and grabbed him, and 2 or 3 times, and by the time he could actually get around, there's no eye on his face, and the game's already over. Would it have made a big difference? I think they would have picked up the Moskva. Depending on just luck, he may have picked up the daring, may even have picked up the Moskva. You just don't know.
No, you don't.
I'm sure they would beat themselves up about it, but...
All good.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, it's a battle. We can take our time to look through it, but you know, hey. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and run another ad for pre-roll here, so let's get that started.
Yeah.
Okay. We're almost ready. Can we have a game 3 today? Can we please? Just any game 3 will do. But I guess it's really only one game 3 that we're talking about here, but looks to me like our teams we're dropping.
All right.
5 minutes.
What a trap.
It's a trap. Stevie's staying here, I guess. So that's cute. All right. Looks like we're on normal spawn this time around. Woo! I love how the camera likes to spin at the start of a battle. It's always fun.
What is that?
I don't know. It's always spinning. Oh my goodness. Angel Stone in a Yamato with Tokyo Game Show camo.
Yes.
Real men wear pink, ladies and gentlemen. So PanCV bringing Yamato, Ohio, Moskva, second Moskva, Nevsky. Hey, check this out. First time we've seen a Stalingrad camo. Or Stalingrad.
There's 2 of them. There's one on both teams.
And then a Daring, Gearing, and a Shimakaze to round out the destroyer side. You said 07's got a Stalingrad too, huh?
Yeah, 07's got a bit of a mix-up. We got Ohio Kremlin, Venezia, double Moskva Stalin, Daring, Shima, and Haragumo. And so what the traditional play is you leave a Stalingrad or some Russian cruiser of some description or a battleship in the center. And so the last time we saw Trap, we watched VOR drive all over the place, and Napoli is uncontested, and that happened because there was nothing there to control it.
Right.
We may see that again. We may not. Looks like 07's electing to kind of take the very passive role at A, just to Venezia and the Shima heading there.
Now,
very heavy lineup heading to the northeast.
Yeah, last time I saw them play this map, they actually played the opposite. They had their smoke ball going to A. Now they're putting their smoke ball to C. But they don't really have much to put in a smoke ball. I mean, Moskva's can work in a smoke ball, I suppose. I don't know.
Their smoke firing is bad. I think the smoke ball itself is just the you bring the Haragumo along and it does its own thing.
I would agree with that at this point.
I think the Moskvas are going to be there just to make things happen. Gotta admit, I've never seen a Stalingrad park quite like that before. He hit that island.
He just rammed right into it, yeah. Maybe he was worried about being detected? Or maybe he tabbed out for a sec?
Well, it'll get him shots over there, and the fastest way to get in cover. So for now, I mean, I don't think anybody on either team has been lit, so don't know what's happening.
Yep. And Brandis is going to come off with C pretty much uncontested. That's interesting considering how many 07 ships there are south of C right now.
I think 07 is... There's definitely a plan to go around the northeast.
Yeah.
You don't bring that many ships that way, especially that far out. Like, they're intentionally avoiding being lit without having a... Like... Because right now, I mean, there's a significant risk that, say, one of the Moskvas gets lit. They lose a giant portion of a Russian cruiser for not a whole lot. So that's why they're all very much hugging that corner of the island. They're all going all the way out to the cap side. B for now has been just stalemated. Both destroyers kind of out of the... Well, 07 actually doesn't have a radar at B, so...
No. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bansivi's expecting 07 to put one there, so...
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And for now, because not everything's lit, the Moskvas are still not lit or anything, so... They don't know this is happening, so they're playing because they don't know any better. So none of this push is lit.
Ocean Man was lit for a little bit.
Yeah.
So they know where one Moskva is, but that's about it.
Some torps coming in from the Shima.
Yeah, very good predictive torps from the Shimakaze, and Eagle just barely finds a convenient... We've seen a lot of convenient gaps today, man.
Yeah, there's been plenty of them.
Okay. So Eagle Lance, the Haragumo, is to connect the islands together with smoke, so that this push can continue going around the islands without any notice. And you can see shots coming into that smoke, they're expecting to find a ship in there, but the ships are behind. This is actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think I think what's going to happen here first, although as I was looking at it, Triarch's Marceau actually moved to the other side of that middle island, because where he was, if he'd gotten radar, the Daring could pop a smoke and get free damage on him. But he moved to the other side of the center cap, so that's not going to happen anymore.
Oh, you mean his Daring? I'm like, where's the Marceau?
Yeah, he's always in a Marceau. It's just so okay. Eagle's currently lit. I think he's radared.
Yeah. That should be Blood Legends radar. Yep. Which is fine. I mean, they don't get any additional information out of that radar.
So this is the first time John the Ruthless has been lit.
Yep.
Like, surprise, there's a Stalingrad on your side of the sea cap.
Right.
So what's obviously going to happen next is Eagle's going to go in and actually contest the C cap because they need the points.
Yep.
And it wouldn't make sense not to. They're going to have a hard time dealing with Blood Legend though.
Oh yeah.
The Mao and Moskva in that position, it's well located. I could see maybe shots coming across the center from the Ohio. But for now, I think he's dug in a way that he's not going to take damage for it. And so at this point, what we're going to start seeing is all of BanCB is going to start just sending shells towards this giant Russian wall that's driving towards them. And speaking of the Ohio salvo across the center.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh!
All right.
Now they got a chance, right?
Yeah. So
what a huge hit from Marin. Wow.
That'll make the I think this was practiced.
Oh, you think?
And I know. But yeah. So collectively, now we're going to see a response from BanCB. They know there's this giant armada of Russian boats coming from the northeast. So we're going to see probably a hard pressure coming down at A. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Yamato sort of head this way as well. Both battleships are clearly focused up here.
Oh yeah, the Yamato's already looking this way now. He's firing at, looks like Malta.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they didn't pick up Blood Legend yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Well, they have enough ships to keep them on radar forever.
Yeah. Oof, Salva misses.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of torps going back and forth in the middle right now, although they're both Darings.
Eagle Lance looking for shots. He's able to arc over the island with this Haragumo. There's another radar to ensure permanent uptime.
Radar is for everyone.
You get a radar. Now you get a radar.
Yeah, okay. Another salvo coming in from Marin. Eagle Lance chipping in. He did pick up C, like I was saying. At this point, so you can also see Shriver's Daring is turned around, and they're going to just force Triarch out of the mid-cap.
Yeah.
Because they need the points. They need the advantage. I mean, they're already up by 270 points anyway. But we're going to lose Blood Legend. Probably.
They need to. If they're going to have a chance at this, they have to kill that.
He has a heal running right now, and he did go dark again. There's more Ohio salvos coming in. So you've got Ace pushing down the very, very edge of the map. You've got John providing sort of a crossfire. He's in a Stalingrad, so it does a lot of damage. Blood Legend might have. I think, yeah, he's reversed too far. He's gonna get a one hit into John. He might get two. Oof. Salvo from the Stalin misses. Blood Legend throwing a wrench in all of this.
Right.
Because meanwhile, on the other end of the map, Frice is gonna go down. He's been chased down.
Yeah, I see that now.
He's still spotted too.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Now, can you imagine if Blood Legend's able to ram Ace?
Oh, that would be hilarious. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but stranger things have happened before. Also of note, so they're sending Eagle Lance's Haragumo in towards the Daring, and because Triarch is currently getting shot at, he's currently lit. Both of the Darings kind of saw each other and shot each other. And
there it is.
There he goes, finally. That took a long time.
That took a lot longer than it should have, but hey, they managed to make it and pull it off. Now, now's the time where you look at the board and say, okay, what are we going to do? And Eagle Lance is about to go into B.
I believe the Stalin had just radared because both destroyers were spotted. So they're going to keep Shriver there to contest it.
Absolutely.
And they're just going to wait while they pull Titus and Kinemod up. They're just going to keep pushing from the A cap. They're going to keep just pushing Elgar away.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be where's the next focus going to be? Probably in the middle. So the thing is,
usually is on this map.
07 has taken that corner. They own that corner forever. The thing is now, what do they do next? They need to keep going, right?
Right.
Ace is currently behind an island, kind of stuck there. Malta just took a big hit from the Ohio. The Ohio's kiting away. So the problem is now, you have all these Russian cruisers, you have an Ohio on their side. So you can't just push middle because you'll all die.
Well, there's also the Shimakaze that's going to lob
and
torps
the Shima's there too. Ooh, torps hitting on Angelstone.
I see that. Not a ton, but it
No,
does
but it was damage.
does
I
get him
mean,
damage. Yep.
Triarch again taking a bit of damage. I don't think Onlay is actually radared yet. I think that was just daring spotting each other.
Hmm.
The question now is who do they focus? Who can they pick up next? And they have to be very, very careful because again, they have ships on their side that can destroy them.
Oh yeah.
So you have the C cap, but you don't have the B cap, and you're never gonna get A. You're down 300 points, and so you just need to make things happen.
Meanwhile, Vilix putting a smoke down. That's going to keep the Nevsky basically free to just farm Elgar.
Yeah. Also of note, 07 actually left the B cap again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ticking in favor for Ban CV. So the gap is going to continue to increase.
Right. Right. We got
they can all shoot Angel Stone.
Got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. I mean, it's Yamato, so I mean, you could potentially farm it down. It's going to take a while to take him down like that.
Oh yeah, and I mean, again, you've got all these Russian cruisers, but they're still like, you can't. Okay, for instance, right now, Malta's driving that way, and he's going to get obliterated because there's a Stalingrad there. You can't show the Stalingrad side in a Moscow. Like, there's all these ships that you can't push in a Russian cruiser that they're pushing in Russian cruisers because they have to.
Right.
They're going to get stuck in crossfires. I mean, I think Angel Stone right now is the priority just because that's probably the easiest thing for them to farm. But he's still going to get heals off. He's still kiting away. Oof. It's going in on John as well.
Yeah, he got lucky there. Could have been a lot worse.
They are encircling Shriver in the center. Looks like even Marin's going in because they're going to get pushed away by the torpedoes. But again, 07 doesn't have a radar in the center. They don't have a way to spot the daring right next to them.
They really don't. Meanwhile, Anlake went ahead and radared, so everybody saw positioning, all that good stuff. Marin is gonna take a face full of torpedoes, possibly.
Pretty sure he's also currently beached.
There's plenty of room between him and that island.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, so Ban CV can just kite away, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Yep.
They've had one cap for a heck of a lot of the game. They had multiple caps, so they're up on points. They can afford to let 07 push into them, and there you go. Marin just ate single fires from everywhere. Like he ate 3.
Looked like 2, maybe 3. Yeah. And Ace Baby trying to, I mean, he's doing what he should be doing in Kremlin, right? He's just going straight out. But with the Stalingrad there, I mean, Kremlin can't show a Stalingrad broadside either, can it?
No. Well, it can to some extent. I'm curious what the plan is with the Darings in the center.
Oh my god.
Shriver is still in that cap. So focus is coming down on Onlay right now. Elgar actually managed to get away and get out of detection.
He did. So at a certain point, he needs to turn around and start counter pushing in the corner.
Yeah, he can't. It's a Nevsky with a smokescreen.
Damn you, teamwork.
I mean, all these shells coming in on the Stalin. He's gonna go down eventually, but then there's still a huge margin to dig out. Like,
yeah, but they got to get him down. I mean, that's the first step to victory, is getting him down. Now, torpedoes are coming from Shimakaze on Ace Baby's Kremlin. He popped the anchor for a second there. And Lee is now healing and hurting a little bit more because of that salvo.
That was coming across from Marin.
Oh, good hit. Good hit. That one connected. He's on fire. He's going down right here. There it is. Okay,
all right, so
now what?
200 points.
What's the next path for them? They have to move. They have to shove Ace Baby at the Ohio, basically, and keep him out. And keep him focused on him so that the Moskvas and Stalingrad can relocate.
They need to get rid of the daring. They haven't had B this entire game because Shriver has just existed in that cap. They don't have a radar there. They haven't had a way to dig him out at all. And now there's going to be more torps coming in from the gearing of value. And again, it's just, there's a crossfire happening. Finally, this should have happened earlier. They finally are putting pressure on the daring. I don't think Triarch actually has shots on him right now.
Like this, they've pushed them so far. This needed to happen. Still got a lot of HP left, and currently he's actually not spotted. Again, they don't have a radar in the middle cap.
Right.
And so this daring is still allowed to just sit here.
Which is crazy to think of.
Yeah. I mean, and even the gearing's coming and chipping in. Like,
might as well at this point.
Yeah, they're gonna focus down El Snackman in the Ohio next. I mean, heck, one torpedo. Like, the game is on a knife edge, and it's a lose. Like, if you're running out of time.
And I don't know that focusing on Ohio is the right play necessarily.
It's the only play you have.
Pushing him back can work, but I think you push him back and then you get into the cap and radar that daring.
The biggest problem they have right now is he's actually dark.
Right, because, you know, Shimakaze smoke.
Yeah.
So...
And again, 60 points left to play. The daring in the middle is still alive, although I think he's finally, like... Look, so Triarch is taking shots at him, but I think Triarch's actually going to be the one who dies.
I think so too.
He's still lit because of where the gearing is.
Yep.
Ooh, Nevsky just...
He got a little bit of hit there, yeah. That was Marin. That had to have been Marin's Ohio.
But again, I mean, Shriver has just completely stopped. Like, if it wasn't for the center cap, I think even the point lead would be different.
So at this point, do you just shove Eagle Lance in?
You have to do something. I mean, I think they've finally gotten to a point where they have a radar range on Shriver.
There it is. He's detected now.
Yeah.
And can Eagle Lance
get
get
it? It's a torp and dies. That's
just barely dodged.
Yeah, I mean, Kinemad is dark again in the Nevsky most likely. I mean, they've got 20 points left to play here.
I mean, Eagle's not exactly getting hits here.
No, and the radar's not going to last forever. There it goes. Triarch is still shooting over him. Another radar, probably.
Maybe they think they're playing Battlefield with destructible environments?
Oh, nope. Salvos don't hit. He's still not getting a whole lot of damage on the daring. I mean, we've got 2 ticks on this game. Literally. 2. 1.
Oh, my God. Oh, they got it! They got it! Oh, my God, they got it. What the hell?
Yeah, but the problem is Triarch took how much damage they're doing, and he's on 1800 HP.
Shooting the island, no less.
He's dark right now. I mean, if a single shell hits him, he dies. Snackman again. Look at Kremlin just going.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maltese is very low. He's been getting shot in the side. If he dies right here, the game is over. The thing is, the Russian cruisers had to push to get the radar to kill the daring.
Yeah.
And if anything hits, oh my gosh.
Right? Oh.
Oh, there goes the Ohio. It's tied.
It's tied.
If Malta gets lit.
He got lit. He got lit. He got lit.
Now, does he have a heal? Don't know if he does.
I don't think he does. He's firing.
Oh, and I mean that's M. Brandis is getting absolutely chunked by the Kremlin in the corner. Oh man.
Oh my God.
This is a fun one.
Dude.
Oh. Shima goes dark. Gets
yeah,
his smoke up.
but
There's
Ace has to take
Ace
has to take the luck shot here. He's got to take the prey shot.
He absolutely has to.
Where's the shot, Ace? There it is. All right, gets the kill.
Him, but he's gonna eat torps.
He's gonna die right here.
Yeah, and that's gonna.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, what else? What else? Jeez.
07's up on kills, but really down on points. 16 seconds to go in the battle. 16 seconds to go in the battle.
Oh, and the
that's it.
I think the only thing that could have done it is a kill on like Kinemad, and it's not gonna happen.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. 07 is bumped out, and we had nothing but 2-0 sweeps the entire freaking day. Oh my God. And just like that, NA is out of contention.
No more NA.
No more NA. I'm sure that Wargaming has some good parting gifts for them.
Absolutely. That means, so Ban CV will go on to play Smile.
Yep. Let's pull up the tournament there so you guys can see. Ban CV will go up against Smile next. So there you go. What a game. That was ridiculous. So Shaft versus 4 is our first game. You'll see that here tomorrow morning. And then we will see Ban CV versus Smile. Most likely then we'll go into the third place bracket. So the losers of both of these will fight it out for third and fourth place. And then we will finish with our final battle. This is a best of 5. So that'll be neat. And yeah. That's about it. So, Toxic, is there anything you want to say at this point?
I think that was our closest game, at least. It wasn't
That
a game
was.
3, but we got a 900-900.
Yeah, that was a super game all the way around. That was good.
Absolutely.
Good game. Great game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch.
I mean, today has been fun. I'd really like to see some more very close competitive matches. We didn't get that so much today, except for this. I think this last battle was, like you said, the closest. Does that mean that server? Do you think that means that server metas are locked in place, and one server is better than the other necessarily? What do you think, Toxic?
I think all the metas are very similar.
Okay, so what's the similarity in the metas then?
There's a lot of Russian cruisers everywhere. There's a lot of kind of being a little bit passive. This was actually, I would say, for 07, this was actually a bit out of style. They had a plan, they went with it. As opposed to the normal kind of slow pace. I mean, it was slow just because it's Russian cruisers and they had to get in position. But if they'd had a radar in the middle, okay, Shriver wouldn't have lived for anywhere near as long as he did.
No.
There were multiple times where they had a smoked up destroyer that was able to shoot at him, but they couldn't see it, and that just cost them, and it cost them points, and I think it probably cost the game. Now, I don't know where you get that radar cruiser from necessarily. I don't know if you needed all of the radar cruisers you had to push around like they did. I think after a certain point, I noticed 2 of the Moskvas were kind of just on top of each other, stuck.
Yeah.
So it might have been the case that you could just go and pull one of them towards the center much earlier.
Right.
I think that's probably what I think that's the regret that they're having for not doing it. Because again, and credit to Shriver, like the positioning itself was excellent. He's hanging in there with his one destroyer in front of the entire enemy team, and stayed alive for an egregiously long amount of time doing so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't believe how long he stayed alive. Let's keep in mind, I mean, there's a Harugumo and a Daring that should have been able to kill him, but for whatever reason, they were so cautious behind the island. So cautious. I couldn't believe it. Like, wow. Wow. I'm gonna do this, guys. We're gonna put up our the replay here. Give me a sec to pull up the right one. That's not the right one. There it is. So that's the replay. Chat, I'd love to know, do you want me to keep streaming for a little bit? I talked with the wife about continuing the stream for an hour or 2. I'm not 100% sure she's okay with it. She's right across the house right now, so she heard me say that. So I'm gonna text her now and just ask her to tell me, you know, if she's okay with it. But I know a lot of you guys still need some time for your King of the Sea containers, so I don't have a problem streaming for a little bit longer, and we can do kind of a post-game stream and a hangout over on my Discord. And Toxic, you're welcome, of course. Everybody else is welcome to come in, as well as that game is ended.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, if nothing else, that was the best game of the day.
Right. Yeah, I kind of feel like I would have liked to have seen Elgar if he could find a way to turn back around after the Nevsky and Gearing left. That's a possibility there. It's not huge, but maybe he could have made something work. But you're absolutely right. It's the radar coverage. You take so much radar, and then you don't even have the capability of using it.
Yeah, and add to that the fact that Frice went down on the south side cap.
In the Shimakaze, yeah.
Yeah, just in kiting Shima, and I think just kind of got caught out trying to make a play there.
Yep.
Of course, hindsight's 20/20, but
always.
It depends what you know you're up against, and I think the play was to try and catch the Gearing out, and it caught the Shima out.
Absolutely, it did. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna let the replay is almost finished, but there's really not much to comment on except how crazy was it that Ace Baby was able to kill the Ohio and the Shimakaze. It sucks that he traded his life for it. If he would have survived that, could have given 07 the time that they needed to make another kill. I don't think so though, with how close the game was. But that point differential could maybe have done enough. I was trying to do the math in my head at the very end of the battle there. It's 952 to 844. It's a 100-point swing with the kill. So with that Shimakaze dead, let's watch it. I mean, yeah,
No,
actually, I think it would have been enough.
Yeah.
So it just came down to, and I mean that's not a commentary on Ace's play whatsoever. I mean, he had 3 torpedo racks coming from the Shimakaze. There's no way in hell he could have dodged them. But what a close battle. Hi, Stevie. Stevie wants back on my lap. So, chat, here's what's going to happen. I have to turn off the 5-minute delay, and I need to go back to my normal replay stream section. So stick around if you'd like. I'm going to...
Oops, ciao for now. We're back live tomorrow. So thanks for watching, folks. Take care. Yeah, I apologize. I forgot to unmute the microphone. So we're back live tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Everybody be safe. Talk to you soon. Ciao for now.